And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show. And this is going to be episode 278. So I hope you guys had a great day. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend that is ahead of you. And in this episode of the MSK show, we are going to be doing a comic book review on Absolute Flash #1. And the other topic that we did want to cover tonight for this episode of the MSK show is the live action Zelda controversy. I know that was very, very big a few days ago, and we were going to cover it on Tuesday, but Laps, as he said, he works for a different company than before. So Tuesday we were going to do the show, but he let me know in advance, hey, we have to push it off until Saturday. And yeah, that's why we're doing it on Saturday, because he just had to work later hours. And
I got called into the office both Tuesday and Wednesday, and I was not happy.
Well, you can't just say, hey, I'm not coming in. You can't say that.
I no. I wish I listen. I wish I could, but I couldn't. This actually, like,
was it like super serious? I think you said
there's two new people that they had hired, like, while like most of the staff went over to that other company, and my boss is on vacation, so I had to go let them in because I have keys. And then he said, hey, do you mind until I get back Thursday? Can you please, like, stay there? Because it's not that I don't trust these people. It's just I don't know them, and I need someone to lock up. And I was like, fuck. So I did watch movies, though.
Dude, remember when I told you I finally have like Mondays and Tuesdays off? The very first Monday that I was going to have off in my entire work life ever, my boss literally went, hey, I'm going to need you to come in for a couple hours. To be fair, she did pay me under the table. It wasn't like I did it for free. But no, it's like, still, damn, that's the first Monday I ever have off. I'm like, you got to come into work. Then it was a few Monday. It was, okay, I had a free Monday after that. And then after that, there was a third Monday. She was like, yeah, I need you to come in Monday, 7 a.m. All right. Same thing like the first time. I was like, okay, if it's that, it's nothing, honestly. It's really nothing. Then I'm there for 2 hours. I get everything done. And she's like, hey, I need you to clock in and stay till 12. I'm like, really? What the fuck? Now, to be fair, I did leave at 12. I didn't stay over because they're really...
Yeah, but still, you had to get up at 7. Like, you were even earlier. You had to be there at 7. Yeah. On your day, like, supposed day off. It's probably not like you planned for that the day before.
Yeah, and people don't understand, we work a lot of hours, and me and you work really, very hard. So when you have days off, in your mind, you're already mentally planning for it to be a relaxing kind of day. Dude,
I totally I wasn't expecting to be in office Tuesday. Like, I start at 10. Me when I'm working from home. So like I can
7 my time essentially.
Yeah, so like I get like 10 o'clock, so I'm like, fuck, I ain't getting up early, you know, and my work isn't contingent on, I just got to have it done by 11 p.m. So like,
okay,
when I got called, it was 6:30 in the morning. He kept blowing me up, and I had to be there at 7 because he's like, they show up at 7:15, and I'm like,
this required you to go to the office because he didn't trust the people, obviously.
Well, they didn't have keys. I have keys to the place.
You're a key holder. So, okay, that's
so big. I had to unlock it and lock it. But he was like, "Can you just stay?" I would have had to go back anyway to lock it, and they were fine. It's just I understood. I think he wanted me there because they did ask like a bazillion questions, and by the 13th, fuck off, like, you know. I'm like, dude, you've been here for how many months? Do your job.
Well, it's like, I hate it when the bosses blow you up. It's like, hey, it's my day off. I'm not obligated to talk to you unless it's literally life and death. I could understand that. But if it's like some...
I did that. Like, on my days off, I never answer the phone. I don't care.
Oh, me neither. Yeah, my boss gets mad at me. I was like, why do I'm not obligated to talk to you, and you're the last person, not you, but like, she's the last person I want to talk to on my day off. Like,
if I see that number, I'm just like, ignore. No.
I just put my phone on complete silent, not vibrate, just silence. She'd be like, did you get my message? Yeah, about that. No, because I don't even like you. Why would I? Because I don't want to interact with you, period. Why would I interact with you on my days off? Like, that's even more reason to be like, nah, I'm good, actually. But it's been a long week for everyone. There's been San Diego Comic-Con 2025 comic book news. We are going to cover it here. I know we're going to cover a little bit of it coming up this Tuesday with Laps if he's not going to get called.
No, I'll be there. I'll be there.
And then I know on Friday next week, we're going to be covering a lot of it with Lunchbox Warren. I know I'm going to be with the Dingus Den, covering it a lot with him. A lot of stuff got announced.
Oh, the Dingus Den.
Yeah, Dingus Den. He's been in the chat.
I just like the name.
I know you're charismatic, rich, successful. Could you lend your wisdom to my show? And I'm like, you know what? I'll throw the little guy a bone. He's like 22. It's like, okay, I'll show you the ropes of content creation. My only criticism of Dingus, if he watches this, is like bringing him on a show one time wasn't bad. I feel like his only issue is he needs to kind of be a little bit more emotive, needs to kind of talk and kind of.
He's got to do stuff like me. I'm MSK and I talk with my hands.
No, like he just gotta talk.
That was the most emotion that you're gonna get out of me. That was it. I used it all up.
Last night he was like, "Hey, I'm back, dude. Want to come on the show?" I was like, "No, you need to go to sleep." And this man just passed out for hours after.
I did. I did. I was just letting you know, like, hey, I'm back, and I did. I literally like fell asleep while I was watching you guys.
I might need you.
He wants
Monday,
MSK
maybe.
wants to show him some ropes.
That's just
show him his ropes. He learned the rope trick from danglers. That's a trade secret that he learned. But yeah, if you need me Monday, just let me know.
Yeah, might need you Monday because Gray is gonna be out.
Does he have a dentist appointment?
No, to be fair, I have Verbal Riot that day too, and he's black. So maybe because we're gonna do an open spoiler alert discussion for Fantastic Four: The First Steps, and you know a lot. You and him know a lot about it, so that'll be.
I mean, dude, there's really no spoil. Like, dude, like, it wasn't a bad movie. It's just there was like
you said it was boring. That's what you said.
There was two. Okay, the reason why I say it was boring is because there was two action sequences, right? And I won't give anything, but the first one was incredible. It was incredible. Like I was like, this is it. This is.
You're like, we're so back.
I was like, this is amazing. And it was set up good, besides Pedro Pascal, like I don't want to harp on him so bad, but I could tell you this. He was exactly what you think Pedro Pascal trying to sound smart would be like. It was exactly what you thought it would be. And it's the same question I ask everybody. It's nothing against him. But I say, when you look at Pedro Pascal, actor, person, it doesn't matter. Does he ever give off any vibe of smartest man alive? Yeah, and that's the prerequisite for that character. It has to have that look, but in between those sequences, people are like, oh, it's a cohesive story. It was good. It was fucking boring, dude. If you take away the birth of Franklin Richards, because everybody knows Franklin's going to be in the movie.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, that's not even a spoiler. Yeah, he's in the trailer.
Nothing happens. And I know they could say, oh, a ton of stuff happened. No, they begin the world this way and they end in the same way. The only thing that changes is Franklin was born. Yeah, did they have this big thing with Galactus? Yes, of course. But nothing came of it.
It's like those Academy Award winning movies from the way you're describing it, where like you have a bunch of like dialogue and character interactions, but it feels like there's nothing really advancing anything, Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's like people are like, Johnny Storm had the most character arc, and I was like, well, I guess like the only reason why you would think he had a character arc is because we know him as in the comic books and his characters through other movies. He's supposed to be like, a ditzy womanizer,
Yeah, similar to like how Iceman used to be before he started taking dick up the ass.
Yeah, before he started being gay. So, like, yes, exactly.
It's so weird how they're not allowed to be womanizers, because from what I've seen from Fantastic Four comic books, just from like stuff they put out on Marvel's Twitter account, he's like apparently in relationships with aliens.
Like, dude, he screws worms. He does everybody. Yeah. It's as long as you have some sort of hole and you're a female, like he's in there.
Yeah, sounds like my best friend. Holy shit.
So like it's like, besides that happening, like I said, besides that actually happening, he has this little arc where the reason why the Silver Surfer was female was because of Johnny Storm. That's it. That's the only reason that I could think
People
of.
said narratively it makes sense for the confines of what this movie's trying to present you. Would you agree with that?
No.
That's why I
No,
figured there's no
it
real
only
reason
it
for it to
only
be a
did it. They
female.
only
Yeah.
did it for Johnny Storm to have a story. Because if you take if it was
Yeah.
if it was Norrin Rad, right? I'm wondering. I'm not saying he would have been gay, but that's the only other thing that I could lead to. Like he had nothing. Like the Thing was just basically there. He looked great. Like the effects in this movie were phenomenal. Like it looked fantastic. Except for some reason, all the movies they just can't get babies right. You know what I mean? Like they just can't like CG a baby, and it looked so weird, bro.
It's gonna be
Looks
so
so weird.
crazy in the future that when we see Franklin as a character, all these Wikipedia warriors are gonna come out and be like, "Man,
Oh,
it's
I
like
know.
one of the strongest characters ever."
Oh,
It's like,
did you
oh, I
know
can't.
he's actually a mutant?
Do you know he's an Omega level mutant? It's like, yes, we knew that. Did you?
And then he's not a mutant anymore? It's like, oh my god, can you believe it?
Today,
yeah.
swear to God, dude. Today, they were doing this thing of like baby Franklin versus Wanda, and it's like, guys, that's a baby.
It's a
I don't,
baby,
I
dude.
don't, I don't care how strong he is. A fully grown, thought-thinking woman would destroy a baby. I'm sorry.
Well,
It's
of
just,
course, yeah.
like, people are legitimately dumb. Like they're
But,
actually
like,
just morons.
it's like, yeah. It just,
Do you think
I
Jack
was just-
Kirby would be proud if he like lived this long and he saw that on screen? 'Cause I know
Oh,
he
no,
was. I don't
no.
know if he was a fan of the previous ones that Fox did. I don't think
No,
he was. There's no way.
well, he died in the early 90s, so
Yeah, there's no
yeah, I
way
don't
he would have
thi-
been.
but
Yeah,
so no, I would say they took from the 60s storyline Enter Galactus, and they took from the Hickman storyline with the bridge. Like they set up things, right?
Mhm.
But the end result, like of
this
how
sounds like
Galactus
Homecoming than anything.
that how Galactus got no, it's definitely better than Homecoming. Like it's a solid movie.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's saying
just
from like the setup you're
I have
describing.
gripes with it because like the female Silver Surfer, people are like, oh, you don't like because
You don't like women, obviously.
women. And it was like, well, here's the thing. I didn't like the design. They gave the Silver Surfer human teeth and like real eyes. It looked so bizarre, dude. Looked so bizarre. And it had
Yeah.
hair. Like now, if it would just look like regular Silver Surfer with silver mouth, silver eyes, everything, right? And no hair, but still talk like a woman, I guess it would be fine. But it just,
Okay, I'll ask you this before we get to the comic book review. Do you think they did a better job of setting up Galactus as a big bad than Kang, at least?
no, because of the way Kang goes, or because of the way he basically went out the same way that Kang does. Some stupid shit.
Oh God.
He
Oh,
gets
Lord.
soloed by fucking a mother's love. I'm not
Dude.
joking. Yes.
Top 10
put it this
most
way.
powerful villain in Marvel.
Set up to the point where before that third act, 100%, dude. Like when you first see Galactus, you're gonna be like it was awesome. It was incredible. And then when Galactus comes to Earth and he fucking jumps in the ocean, and like you know how deep the ocean is, comes up to his knee, and he's that huge, and you're like, holy shit. This is incredible. This is amazing. And
this
then
is the best movie since Endgame, as everyone says.
not even close. It was just parts were good, you know.
Yeah.
But like they don't do any tandem fighting. Nobody uses their powers like together or anything like that. It's just and like Ben Grimm is just there and he gets a beard for some reason and I don't know why. It just doesn't make like some of the stuff just doesn't make any sense. Like, and I was just like, all right, I just was bored in between the two action scenes. And I'm not saying it has to be all action, okay?
Yeah, you're not asking for some Michael Bay
stuff,
movie.
The stuff in between, like, there was no character growth anywhere except for Johnny, as you say. Like, he was the only actual superhero in the movie. Like, he was willing to make sacrifices. He was willing to go out on a limb. He was willing to do this. And they didn't have like the friendship between Reed and Ben was barely there. They had like one scene where it was like, yeah, we're friends. And that was it. They barely like he didn't call him like Stretcho. He didn't like say like stuff that Ben Grimm would say. And yeah, but anyway, we'll talk about it Monday.
No, you're fine. It's just crazy because I see very mixed reactions overall as far as like what quality the movie that we get. Because when people say best Marvel movie since Endgame, I mean, if we're being completely honest here, Endgame is It's not that it's a bad movie, but it's like not very well written either. You know?
Okay, well, here's the thing though. Like, I think that's hard for me to say because what were you gonna really do with it? You know what I mean? With how Infinity War ended, what were
Mhm.
you really gonna do? So of course it was gonna be a hodgepodge of stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so
and time travel
it had
bullshit
to be
ensues. Yeah.
it had to be what it was. The problem that I have with it is I'm wondering. I don't. It just the act structure was very much like Superman. It like literally was like they come in and it's already like a few years into them being superheroes. Like the big bad gets set up and then falls through a fucking black hole / portal. Like it's very like similar in the setups and stuff. I personally thought Superman was a more enjoyable movie. I think it wasn't written as well as Fantastic Four was because the writing it was very tight structured. It stuck to the story. It was a very simple story, but I just disliked a lot of the things that were in it. And I'm not the only one. So my theater was packed, right?
Imagine it would be. Yeah.
Multiple times, random people went,
Groaning.
something happened.
Really? No,
Oh
no, no
yeah.
shit.
Oh,
Really?
multiple people. Yes, and I'm not even
Wow.
joking. I have a video because my sister came with us again. I think she's starting to come with us, me and my buddy now, and she like said to me, she's like, "This is supposed to be like a superhero movie, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the Fantastic Four." She was like, "Nothing's happening." And I was like, yeah. And then whenever the first Galactus scene happens, it's like a 20-minute awesome action and like talking and there were stakes and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. It was great. And then it went like another hour of nothing. And then the plot, like they literally are like, okay, this won't work. Well, let's try this. And they shoehorn everything into it. And people are like, this is how ridiculous people are getting. Okay. You ready for this? People are like, I really liked how they showed in the Fantastic Four that they had to evacuate the citizens because in Superman, they were just evacuated for like 5 seconds and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's what you care about? You care that they show, hey, everybody, you got to leave. Now we have to show it. Like, shut up. Like, shut up. Like that. Like, I couldn't even imagine being in a movie theater and going, they didn't show the people leaving. Oh, fuck. Imagine being so like having absolutely no fun at all that's what you care about. Like,
So for me,
they
the only
didn't
thing
show
that
it in Superman. That movie sucks.
so, so for me, the biggest thing is always like, because like the media outlets are always like, this is the best Marvel movie since the last one, and people were saying very similar things. I keep on. I'm watching it Monday. I don't know what I'll be
I
expecting.
definitely think it's one of their better ones that they have released in a long time.
But
That's like straight
what you're saying
Marvel
is
and
that yeah.
not the Deadpool Wolverine because I don't. Yeah, it's Marvel, but they had nothing to do with that movie.
But essentially, what you're saying is people are overrating this movie.
I can't. Okay, so yes, because it is one of the better movies that they have released in a long time.
Mhm.
But I will say, I'll put it to you like this. Except for looking at Galactus, I don't know if I would rewatch this movie because it doesn't set up anything.
Good lord. To be fair, would you rewatch a lot of the Marvel movies that have come out in the last 5-6 years? Probably
Not
not.
like that. But I rewatch a lot. If something's on or while I'm working, I put movies on all the time.
Oh,
So
how many
like,
post-credit scenes? I heard there was 2. There's 2 of them, right?
okay, so there's one that is worth anything, and then the end one is literally just an animated short of them singing a Fantastic Four song.
Oh, so it's the usual MO. One is bullshit, and the other one is actually serious.
That was one where everybody in the theater that stayed till the final end one was like, "That's what we stayed for." That was multiple
Same thing with
people.
Multiverse of Madness. You stayed to the end. It was like, yeah, I don't get why they do those gag joke post-credit scenes.
The mid one that was like a minute into the credits was cool.
Mhm.
I'll just say that it was cool. I don't want to give anything. I don't want to spoil you or anything like that. So
Damn, I can't. The guy that's known as the biggest Fantastic Four lover, not in love with the Fantastic Four movie. That's crazy.
it's just it just didn't feel like the beginning was great. Like it was cool
The
because
first
it felt
act,
like
you
it.
felt like was good.
The first act was good up until they went to Galactus, and then after that, I was like, okay, the movie's kicked into gear. I understand why they set
Yeah.
all this story up. I got it. All right, here we go. And then it went back to just put, and I'm like, I'm literally like, I'm not even joking. Like nobody got mad whenever something happened in the movie, right?
Right.
And I went, that's fucking stupid, real loud. And everybody was just like laughing because they were like, yeah, that's pretty stupid. And I made sure to talk to a lot of people whenever I was done. I was like, so what'd you think of the movie? We had like groups of people at the concession area that were like, what did you think? And most people said the same thing. They were like, it was cool, but it was like, it was a little boring. Like I thought more was going to happen. And they all thought like Galactus looked amazing. Like that was really cool. And they were like, for the way they set up Galactus for how he got taken out, it was like, wah, wah,
I mean, that's what I told people. It's big villains like that. You can tell there's gonna be some talk no jutsu.
No, but dude, they had
on.
a perfect thing in the comics, the nullifier, which I understand that they don't have to pay attention to a lot of intricacies, but that's not an intricacy. That's a plot device, which is perfect for a movie.
Yeah, especially in the MCU that uses a lot of plot devices to get their plot going forward.
And if you're going to have something that, put it this way, it's like, imagine if whenever Thanos came originally, that scene where, in the beginning of Infinity War, where imagine if Thor just went up to him and did what he did in the second movie, chopped his head off, done. That there would be nothing there. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they could conjure up some stupid shenanigans, Rube Goldberg device of a plan, and one person can make it happen doesn't seem like, world-ending threat to me, regardless of what we know about him. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That's just my opinion.
You got to do a fighting fandom video on it.
No, I actually liked the movie overall. It's just I thought it was fucking boring. Like the stuff in between, the action was not. It didn't keep my attention as much as I thought it would. Because like I was all about it. Like I like me, dude. I don't want the movies to be bad.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I don't want them to. I want them to be good, and I'll even suspend my disbelief for a lot of things.
Oh, same here. I do the same, yeah.
Because like I've always told people, movies are just a bonus to me. Like if they're good, great. I don't give a shit, to be honest, because all I care about is the comic books. That's what I read. That's what I do. That's what I spend a lot of money on. Going to the theater, like my theater, it's $4 to get in. Literally, with like you can get a large soda, a large popcorn, and a large box of candy and a ticket for $18 where I go. That's how much it cost. And if I go to matinee, it's even cheaper. It's like the ticket's still $4, but all the other stuff's half off. So it's like $10. You know what I mean? Like to get everything. So like, and my buddy John, he's a very good gauge because he's a comic book fan, but he doesn't really care about whether it matches the comics or not. He's just like a casual, and he even said, he was like, man, this feels like a giant waste of time. That's what he said. So like I can see if people say they like it, I can understand it. Because they did, the family dynamic was very good. They got that. And I was totally surprised about that. Completely surprised. All the reports that you heard, all the rumors are all bullshit. Like Reed Richards is 100% the leader of this team. He was the one coming up with all the plans. He was the one enacting all the stuff. Johnny Storm was definitely liked women and, was whatever. But yeah, Silver Surfer kind of took me out of it just because, like, I don't know, that she wasn't intimidating. It wasn't intimidating at all. Like, at all.
That's why, when some of these rumors pop up on social media, whether it be like on Twitter, Facebook, or anywhere, when they say like female is going to lead the team, I think people have gotten to the point where brain rot has really settled in. Just because a female is doing literally anything does not mean it's going to be a girl boss.
Correct. Yeah. But I believe the reason why some people took these ones is because the actors and actresses were like saying that as well.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Which
That's one
is
thing. The
weird
actors were
because it
just telling you.
wasn't like
Yeah,
that. It was. I'm
yeah.
just being honest. It wasn't. If it was, I would tell you. I would tell you, hey, be
I feel like the
prepared for this.
actors are just saying what people want to hear. Honestly,
That's probably right. But go see it. I mean, like it's worth seeing. I will tell you that it's worth seeing and making up your own opinion about it. That's what you know. I didn't feel like I wasted my money. Put it that way.
but do you think Michael Bay could have did a better job of directing it?
No. Maybe the action scenes.
You would have had explosions everywhere.
But even then, I don't say it because man, that chase scene getting out of that's fucking phenomenal, man.
Mhm.
It's phenomenal. Like the special effects, dude. Like I said, except for the baby, like how she has the baby, I was like, this is gonna be weird. Like, are they just gonna have the baby come out with no actual realism, which is fine to me. It doesn't have to be real, but I wanted someone to get hit in the face with afterbirth and zero gravity.
I mean, good lord, having her, she should have been in the hospital bed, legs stretched out, seeing the thing come out. Got to just traumatize the kids when they're watching the movie. Mommy, how? It's like,
Dude, whenever she does have it though, the thing is the one that takes it out, and I'm like, my sister. That's when she was like, "He's rocks, isn't he?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's rocks."
I mean, won't the baby slip? Aren't they slippery when they're born?
They're in zero gravity when it happens.
Oh, good lord.
So that's why I was saying, like, I would just imagine because they're like trying to get away from something. Sorry, spoiler. It just, if you've seen a live birth, you know the stuff that comes out. I was just waiting for like the thing to be dry, and then all of a sudden it goes. Like, yeah.
Good lord. You could imagine a kid in the audience being like, "Hey, mommy, how was I born?"
Yeah. Not in zero gravity, son.
So yeah, remember that episode of Family Guy where Peter was like, "How did the dinosaurs die? Because you touch yourself at night."
Yeah, because you touch yourself at night.
Should I pay to see Fantastic Four?
I mean, that's a question for yourself, man. Like, I'll say this, dude. Anything that you go and see, you should always see for yourself. If you're interested in seeing it, then go pay and see it. Don't ever listen to even me. I'm just giving you my point of view. I could tell you factually what happened, but my opinion might be slighted. You know, I always tell people, go see it for yourself, and who gives a shit what other people think. Like, I was one of the few people that was like, I liked Thunderbolts until the end. Remember I said like the last 15 minutes
Right.
kind of, but I liked it. Up until that point, I had zero problem with it. You can call me an idiot all you want. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't, I'm still gonna be me. Like it does, like I wouldn't worry about anybody else's. I couldn't get over Pedro Pascal either, dude. But like that's what you're gonna have to deal with. And he does throw me off a little bit because, like I said, it felt like he was reading lines that were meant for someone else. His delivery wasn't good. His stuff, like,
I didn't like him in a lot of other stuff. He wasn't good as Maxwell Lord in Wonder Woman 84. He wasn't. No. Even the Last of Us episodes that I saw, he wasn't really good in those. He's not, for some reason, people think this guy's The Rock. At least that level. He's not even The Rock level of acting. It's just kind of meh.
I can't say that because a lot of people like certain things, you know, like, so I don't tend to go into.
Did you like The Mandalorian? Did you like his portrayal in that?
So I only watched the first season and a little bit of the second season. I'm just, my Star Wars fandom has been like waning for a long time. You know what I mean? So like, I could probably sit down and watch it now and give you a better opinion. Cause I even whenever like people were like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I was like, is it good or is it amazing because everything else has sucked? Like, so I'd have to sit down and watch it again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I thought the movie was fine, but like I thought it was boring. I really did think I didn't think that the development with the story and the characters in between the action was enough to keep me engaged for the whole thing.
Makes sense.
Because because up to the first action scene, like I said, I thought, okay, they put in enough story. It was fun, like it was cool, it was good. Now this is where it ramps up. This is where it's gonna go. And then literally as soon as that action scene was, it just died to me until they did the last action scene and they ramped it up. But like, as funny as it is how people were like talking shit on Superman and talking about how convoluted Lex Luthor's plan is, right?
Even though they explained
Dude,
it perfectly in the
this
movie.
fucking plan literally got thought of in 3 minutes, and then 30 seconds later they tried to do it. It failed, and then he come up with like, dude, they rushed everything at the end. It was so stupid. Like, I was
And so
like,
I don't get how people keep saying the Superman Lex Luthor.
I don't get it either, dude.
It's
It was literally like late 80s, early 90s, Dan Jurgens, John Byrne.
Dude, in the third act, they literally explain what he did to get to where they got to at that point in the movie. It's like, it's not even like they hid things. They're like, he did this, and this, so these people do this because he wants to get this.
I just didn't like Ultraman, and I didn't like the Jor-El thing, but the other stuff I was fine with.
Yeah.
I was fine with it, and like I said, I'm fine with a lot of stuff in this movie. I just did not like the portrayal of Silver Surfer. It was nothing against the actress. I thought the actress was fine. You know, she did good with what she had. She did good with what she had, but I thought it would have been much more menacing and much scarier to have a large dude with a deep, like, doing this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just would have. But Johnny Storm was definitely the best hero in the movie for me.
Let's get to.
But anyway, let's get to this. To this.
Then we have our last topic. But no, I wanted to make sure I got your thoughts because I know you didn't want to talk about Fantastic Four for a little bit, so I wanted to let you have.
No, that's fine. That. I appreciate it.
But don't worry. You know, I always serve the white people. You know.
Oh boy, you're just a giver. That's what you are. You're a giver.
Hey, I'm a receiver, actually. That's what I do. I'm on the football team.
Oh God,
receiving everything. Jokes aside.
Dear Lord.
All right. Let's have some good fashion fun.
Hey, you know what? At least in this one, they didn't lock up a gay dude and forget about him after he got shot by his best friend.
Okay, before you even do the review, one small thing. Why does every character that gets written in comics or always has daddy issues? Well,
okay, here's another
daddy issues constantly.
Here's another question. Have you seen that dude in any comics since All In started, since after Absolute Power? Because I ain't seen him at all.
No, he should be gone. No,
I think he's done.
What Mark Waid did was good. That's a good idea.
I think he's done. He might still be there. Imagine if he was still there.
I wonder what Tom Taylor thinks that Mark Waid, probably one of his buddies, pretty much killed off the gay dude's family.
Like, dude, it's so good.
Oh,
so funny. All right,
let's go. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a comic book review on Absolute Flash #1. So, as you guys know, because I've talked about The Flash on many occasions on my podcast, The MSK Show, which is, live streamed on my main YouTube channel. The Flash is the character that I first saw. Hold on. Can you talk for a second? My neighbors.
Yeah. So I can let you know that if they're doing something, we can't hear it. But this book right here is written by Jeff Lemire, who is a very good writer. He has done some really cool things that I like. God damn it. I'm sorry, guys. If you get a bunch of reflections or in my glasses, I'm sorry.
Okay. Sorry. It was freaking neighbors were talking. Sorry. All right, let's go.
Well, I'm just letting you know. It might bother you, but it's not coming through your microphone.
No. My neighbor was knocking on the door to let me know he's going to get
I understand.
in the morning.
I understand.
All right, let's start. Let's go.
You don't have to do the whole thing over.
We're good. I can go. I lost my train of thought. I wasn't saying anyway. All right.
God
one shot, one opportunity. Let's go. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a comic book review on Absolute Flash #1. So, for those of you guys who know me, you know that I love the Flash character. You know, I like Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, Wally West. I first saw the Flash in the Superman animated series when they had that race with each other in that episode. I was like, this character is pretty fucking cool. You know, I like the symbol, I like the suit. And then I, saw Wally West as the Flash in Justice League, the animated series, and Justice League Unlimited. Then after that, I remember watching the character in Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. Absolutely amazing animated movie. And then that's around the time frame that the Flash TV show on the CW came out. And I watched that pretty religiously up to like season 3. And then I fell off of it because I didn't think season 3 was all that good, honestly, the whole Savitar arc. Then around 2022, I binge watched everything from season 4 all the way to season 7. Then I watched season 8. I haven't finished the Flash TV show. Those of you who are asking, I haven't watched season 9 yet, but that show ended in 2024. Then we got the Flash movie, which I thought was a huge, absolute pile of shit. Honestly, I thought it was just trash. Honestly, Ezra Miller is not Barry Allen. He's not Wally West. He is just garbage. But I haven't actually read a lot of Flash comic books at all, and I actually like the Scarlet Speedster. There's Mark Waid's run, there's Jeff Johns' run, there's Joshua Williamson's run, there's obviously so much material for the Flash out there. It can get a little convoluted because there's Jay Garrick, Wally West, Barry Allen, Bart Allen, there's the Speed Force, which I think is a Jeff Johns thing that he brought in, actually, which makes things a lot more, convoluted with how like their powers work and everything. They're all connected to it. There's like freaking Ghost Flash out there that'll kill you if you abuse the Speed Force and everything. So, but I will tell you guys this: when we do comic book reviews around here, just a little shout out to this clout chasing bastard. You can always subscribe and check out the person that I'm doing the content with in the description box below. And I'm doing this with Labs Comic Fan. Go and subscribe to his channel and give this clout chaser some love. So outside of that, we had this for the Absolute Universe. We had Absolute Batman, then Absolute Wonder Woman, then Absolute Superman. Then we got 3 other characters announced that were going to be getting books, which were Absolute Martian Manhunter, Absolute Flash,
so
and
hold
Absolute
on.
Green Lantern.
Before you keep going, Mark Waid's the one who created the Speed Force. It wasn't John.
I thought it was Jeff Johns. I always forget the two. Freaking brain.
No, it was. But Johns did create.
He redefined it for what people know it is, right?
No, I mean he added on to it. But Mark Waid's the one that did like stop motion and a bunch of other things and stuff like that. So like it was Waid, but Johns used it to like do other things. Like he did Flashpoint, and
I remember. Yeah, I read that. Yeah,
and he did his run with like Nick Collins and a bunch of other guys. But it was already in place. It was already in place since the Mark Waid. So anything he did, he probably like you said, redefined it and.
So I want to ask you this, since you like Flash a lot. So do you like the idea that he came back, right? Because he was killed off in Crisis on
Barry Allen?
Yeah, Barry Allen.
Okay, so there had been other times that he came back, but it wasn't like he didn't come back and was like he like came back in little spots here and there. Like, but no, I could say no and yes. Yes, because I do like the character, but no, because Wally West was my Flash. Like I started reading after it was like, I think Crisis on Infinite Earths had just ended. Because it took a year, like 85, it went through 86. I started reading a lot in like 86. I was about 8 or 9 years old.
That's around like when John Byrne's on Superman started beginning, I think around that time period, right? I think.
Byrne, I'd have to Man of Steel, like I'd have to look and see exactly when it was. I don't remember dates that well. I'm very bad with dates and stuff like that. I do remember like when the big events happened. But I know it was because I remember when I got the first Starman comic that I got, I remember there was they were just done doing Invasion, which was like 86, 87. So, and there were still the Crisis on Infinite Earth singles still available. Like I remember the one with Superman on the cover holding Supergirl and stuff like that. So like that had just been ending. I wish you could use Barry Allen in so many other ways, right? So I was kind of disappointed because I grew up so long reading Wally West Flash. That was like, and that's kind of like with me and Savage Dad, we kind of like
That
bonded
clock
on.
chasing bastard. God damn.
Kind of like what we bonded on was our Green Lantern was Kyle Rayner. I still read when Hal was a character and all that
Right.
stuff. Like I had been reading for about 4 or 5 years, but
Mhm.
I didn't read as much Green Lantern as I did until Emerald Twilight happened. And at the end, because that was with the death of Superman. That was during the reign of the Supermen. And I read a lot of Kyle Rayner. So it was like
Mhm.
those two characters were that was our generation's character for that specific character. And I was a little bit disappointed that when Barry came back, Wally had to take a back seat. That's what I was more disappointed about than
Right.
Barry coming
And
back.
then that's when that narrative became what's like, well, if Barry's here, no one cares about Wally because that's what they always kept referencing.
Yes. And I thought Wally West did a lot more cool stuff with the Speed Force than, because it happened to be that that Barry was stuck in the Speed Force because it wasn't even a thing then,
And I
So
know you said you like Mark Waid's run, but I know
mhm,
a lot of people forget the Flash Savage Velocity, which was
mhm.
written by like Mike Barron and William Messner, Loebs, and all that stuff. Did you like that initial run of Wally West to get him started before it went
Yeah.
to
Oh,
Waid's run?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and read a lot of that. I
Mhm.
know I have a lot of single issues upstairs. Like I said, I haven't gone through that stuff in so long.
Yeah, he's
It's still
flexing on
or
us, guys.
no, I'm really not. I'm just saying I would have to either go get like a trade or something because I don't want to read those particular ones. I've had them for so long.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
don't
Mhm.
know if I there. Don't get me wrong. If I have doubles or something, I'll definitely pull it out and read
Mhm.
it and stuff. But I'd have to get like trade. I really like Grant Morrison's run on Flash. I thought that was really good. And um, but yeah,
Did you
like
like Joshua Williamson's run on Flash? Heard a lot of people like that
okay,
one too.
so
It's the one
yes
where he
and
forgives
no.
Reverse Flash in that one panel.
Yes and no. Yes and no at the same time.
Hey, I know you screwed my entire life over.
Because then
You're
you're coming like Godspeed and like all this other, you know what I mean? Like
no,
all
but
this
dude, could
other.
you imagine a world where like Reverse Flash said he did a bunch of fucked up shit to Barry, and Barry's like, you know what? I
Oh yeah,
forgive
he
you.
told him like he was like basically they've revealed that like everything that happened to
Right,
him
I remember that.
was because of the
Flash
reverse
year one,
flash.
yeah, all that shit. Yep.
Because he would have to do it because in the original continuity, that's how Reverse Flash got his powers. He was an admirer of Barry
I
Allen
remember the
from
story.
the
Yep.
future. So like if he didn't put those things into place, he never would have gotten the powers. So it was a very good plot device because he's from the future. So you could tell that at any point. It wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Because you could easily just change it. It's kind of like do you remember Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Do you remember that movie at all? The first one?
I know I've heard of it. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure I have.
so there's a scene in it, right, where they're time skipping because that's what the movie's about, and he's like, "Well, what are we gonna do, man?" Like, he's like, "Oh, I would just leave myself keys," and then automatically the keys are there because they had already been to the future. So you could just say whatever you want, and it would have happened because their future selves would have done it. You see what I'm saying? So I thought that was a good plot device for Flash. Now, did I like everything about it? No. No, like I just don't like the same thing. Like I said, the main problem I had with Jeff Johns' Green Lantern run was that when Hal Jordan came back, everybody else took a back seat.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So, but as great as that run is, which it is awesome, I love it. I think it's the quintessential Green Lantern run because like there are things in that book that are just so much fun, and it's a very
They're
like
very similar to Power Rangers when Tommy came in. It just felt like it just became the Tommy
Kind,
show,
yeah, right,
essentially.
right,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, like they did stuff with Kyle Rayner, but like he ended up becoming like Green Lantern Jesus, and then
all
just
because
disappeared.
all because his girlfriend got murdered
Well,
by a villain and flipped his
that
fridge.
okay. So that was like happened. He had
Oh yeah, but
years
yeah,
of books
yeah.
afterwards. Yeah, that was the fridging. That's where that comes
Fridging. That's
from.
where Fat Gail Simone comes in, but that's a story for another day. But I will ask you this: because I know you've read a lot of Batman and Superman. Would you say Flash has as good of stories as Superman and Batman? If people were to like dive into Flash comic books,
Um, let's see. I would say no because there's much more Batman because there's more
Mhm.
book not even just more years, there's more books, there's more publications that
He
they
also
had
gets
good
the
stories.
best writers on all of his stories too.
Right, but the
Mhm.
Flash's good stuff is phenomenal.
Mhm.
It's great. Like I like
A
it a lot.
Trial of the Flash. I know I've glimpsed in that story. I've heard it was very, very good. The
Mhm.
trial of Barry Allen or Wally West or whatever. Trial of the Flash.
Yeah.
They had that in the TV show. Very, very good storyline they actually did. So
Hey, Emily.
oh, and as you guys know, if you watched our Absolute Martian Manhunter issue #1 comic book review, you guys know that I like the Absolute line. I really do.
I do.
think
I
he's doing
actually
some
like
great
it a
stuff
lot.
here. And this was the book that I was looking forward to a lot because I just love this character a lot. I really do think that the aspect of like super speed is just super fascinating to me. And it starts off well. Then this cover is so damn good. I
Yeah.
love this cover.
It's
actually one of my
definitely an
favorite covers.
eye-gripping cover.
So the book starts off with basically Wally in the desert, basically having a panic attack. He essentially is. He's saying, "What have I done? I've messed up so much."
Yeah, and he just came off of running real fast because you could
Yeah.
see the lightning streaks and the red, and then afterwards you could see
What an
this
awesome
splash
2-page
page, which
spread
is
right
really
here.
cool. Yeah. So this does play into like how he's holding his head, and you see like if
Yeah.
you look inside of it, you can see like it looks like a woman is back there with long
Mhm.
hair. So and there's another face over here, and then another face over here. One of the things that's going to be hard to do because this book jumps around, right? You got to think of it like this. Instead of like saying, oh, they're just showing different points in time, imagine he's actually there. He's not just remembering. Just think of it like he's actually there right then and there and experiencing all these things at once because he doesn't know how to control what is happening to him. That'll just make it easier to understand if you look at it like that.
Yeah. And he's going through this anguish and just basically having a kind of like that moment that Clark had in Man of Steel, where after he killed Zod, he just yells really loud.
Just
He's
has a
just very
freak out.
frustrated.
Freak out
Yeah, he's
moment.
freaking out right here. Honestly, the art in this book by Nick Rolbs is really, really good. Very, very good, actually.
Yes.
Then Flash's first arc is Of Two Worlds, Part 1.
And I thought that's cool. Like how they had this. That
was really cool. Yeah.
Splash page. Yeah. Because there was the Flash of Two Worlds was a run from before. So like, yeah.
Oh, and we know Laps is a huge fan of Heroes in Crisis by Tom King. Jokes aside. Oh, good lord. So after that, it gets to a point where You're good.
I had to turn off the chat. I mean, I have to say it. Look at it here. But the old Flash of Two Worlds was a oh, god damn it! Why can't I think of his name now? Go on. I'll think of it. I might have to look it up.
So,
but
as Barry is basically just going through this really hard emotional time, it starts flashing back to various moments, and this is going to happen throughout the book, everyone. So it starts from 2 days ago when he's just wandering around this city, and it's pretty much said throughout the book that his mom passed away.
Mhm.
Him and his dad bounce around a lot, and they ended up at this place. His dad is very busy with work. So
did you notice who did one of the variant covers here?
I didn't. Who?
Ralph Albuquerque.
Oh, Ralph, my buddy Ralph. His art is not bad. I like his art.
Raphael, sorry, Raphael.
He has the weirdest name ever.
How about instead, since it is Raphael, why don't we just call him Raph? He's Raph Albuquerque. Or we can call him Ruff Albuquerque.
Call him Cappuccino. No.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. No, but the art is very good in this book. I think it fits it fits the speediness that they're trying to, because the lines are real thin. There's not a lot of like bulkiness to it. It's very streamlined, and I think it's pretty sweet. It's actually very cool art. Yeah.
So then later, after Barry is looking at people talk, because that's also another theme of the book, is that he's bounced around so much that Barry even tells him, hey, you probably don't make a lot of friends. And he's like, yeah, maybe, kind of. He didn't even get any thought because he's just been they've moved that much, apparently.
Yeah, he had made friends before, but they move around so much, he doesn't even think about making friends because by the time it would happen, he's probably going to move again. So,
and then after that, he gets to this facility that we'll talk about in a little bit here. This is where
he's on a military base with his dad, and there's a curfew.
Yep.
basically.
And then you see Barry Allen. Yeah,
Yep.
Barry Allen works at this facility. And then, they talk, obviously, and he basically tells Wally, hey, the stuff we're doing here is very confidential, but I can kind of convince your dad that you can come work with me.
No, that's not what he said. It doesn't talk about his dad at all. Because if you remember his dad, you'll see he's basically says like, I'm sure you're bored. He's like, was it worth it sneaking out? And he's like, I guess, kind of, it didn't really. And he's like, hey, you want to see something? That's what he says.
Yeah, but, he had mentioned later on that his dad
He
would have
mentions
a
it to
problem
his
with.
dad.
Yeah.
He meant
So
when his
then
dad shows up.
there's this place, obviously they're calling it Project Olympus, where Barry says, I can't tell you everything, and it's very classified, and you see the experiments here with a bunch of monkeys, which is.
They were writing reviews for Superman. That's what they were doing there. That's where it came from.
They wrote enough reviews for Scott Snyder to see how great his absolute Batman was.
God, what is... Speaking of... No, just go on. I'll go off on a tangent. Just go.
So Barry and Wally talk more, and then Wally's dad comes and finds him and basically says, hey, what the hell are you doing? Go back to the house, kind of things. Yeah. And he scolds Barry.
He gets involved, and Barry's like, he doesn't have any friends. He's like, you don't get involved with my son. I make the choices basically for my kid. I'll raise him how I want to raise him.
And this is the thing that I see about every book, like just with Superman movie you just brought up. Mm-hmm. Why does every male character not have I'm not saying he's not a positive role model for Barry, but it always feels like a lot from DC and Marvel Comics when
they have daddy
issues. Dad, they
100%.
All have daddy issues.
Well, here's the thing. I think it's because a lot of people can relate to that.
Which is crazy. Yeah. I mean, I can't. I don't have a dad. I'm black.
Yeah, well, there you go. You have issues. You don't have issues. You have volumes.
And there's layers to this. There's levels to all of this.
Yes.
The layers that I have to my problems are insurmountable. But then it flash forwards this to where it says now Barry's in the desert and he's being tracked by someone.
Mm-hmm.
And then he thought it was dad. He said dad because he thought his dad was tracking him, which he probably is, if we're being honest here. Then you see the villains that pop out right here. I'm pretty sure this is Captain Cold.
It is. It's the Rogues Gallery, which is cool.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really cool.
This is actually my favorite page of the book. I thought this was really cool, dynamic when they established the rogues right here. I like this page a lot.
Yeah.
So then they try to track him down. He starts running away at super speed, and then he starts having this flashback towards one day ago before that moment.
But hold on. Look at though. If you look at the thing, it's not a flashback. Look at what's coming off of him. The red lines are coming off him, and look at his face.
That's what I noticed too.
He's like, because he's experiencing this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's there.
He's phasing through time back to this point.
Well,
maybe. I don't know.
No, it is. The Speed Force can do that to you. The Speed Force, we know you can time travel. It's Flashpoint. That's why he's like, what the hell? And he's sitting there. Look, he's sitting there and he's like questioning. He's like, how the hell am I here? There's a question mark coming out of him. He's like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here?
He even said, did his dad send them after him? He's like, how could he do that? See, it's big. So throughout the book, when he's having these episodical moments, you could tell that he's just overwhelmed with a lot of emotion, and the art really does convey a lot of that, which I found was great, honestly. Like,
yes, the expressions on their face are fantastic.
Really good.
They're very good. Yeah.
And then you get to the part where it says one day ago, which is before he's getting tracked by Captain Cold. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look at it. Look at the one day ago. Do you see the red lines coming off of him?
I do.
With the lightning, and then he's sitting there with the question mark.
He's physically there. Yeah,
he's actually there. It's not a flash. It's not a flashback. That's why I said, think of it whenever you see him at any time displacement. Just think that's actually him there right now. But in time, it's one day ago, or one day ahead, or the present.
And I would say this is the most cliche moment of the book where we've seen this happen in TV shows and movies. The dad talks to the son. He's like, hey, I know things have been rough. Yeah, things are rough. Oh, I'm going to start. It's the most cliche thing ever in any story. You can't knock the book for it.
You got to think of it like this, though. Imagine any talk you have when you have adversity between a parent and a kid.
Yeah.
It's cliche because it happens all the fucking time.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I shouldn't have stayed out. And he's like, no, it's not because of that. It's this reason. It's the same thing.
Exactly. It's exactly every conversation you would have with a parent that works too
Yeah.
much and neglects.
And then he basically says, "You're not to talk to Barry again." And then Wally says, "Yes, sir."
He goes like
And
this, "Yes, sir."
and
Like fuck
it's at least
you.
Barry showed some interest in me. It's like
Yeah,
that
like
moment in Family
literally.
Guy,
Yeah.
dude. It's like that moment in Family Guy when Iceman went to that gay bar and he's like, "Well, at least I know how to touch a man." And then after that, he was like, "If Mom was still alive, we would have both left you." Why do these people always have daddy issues?
I'm telling you, that's why, because it's very relatable.
And
Any
then
parental issue.
and then after he yells at his dad in where he's in that time frame, he steps outside, he touches the water with his foot because it's raining in this part of the time he's in. Then this demonically looking monkey gremlin thing appears. And then he's running again. And then it flashes to a point where it says, "Wally, get away, son. Go run."
That's so like
That looked really cool too. Oh good lord. That was a really nice shot there. Holy crap. So do you think he's in that time frame when this happens in the book, or do you
okay.
think he's just imagining this?
So no, that's happening.
Okay.
That is 100% happening. He's there, and that's what kind of you will find. I don't want to ruin it. You will find out. You will
Okay.
find out
Okay.
later on. There's a reason why this is happening.
All I can tell that's I saw the Flash TV show always did that shit. So I figured it's gonna be something explained.
Yeah,
later.
they do. I will give this book credit. I'm current on it. I have to. Well, I just got issue 5 on last Wednesday, so I haven't read it yet. But in the fourth, they explain a lot of it. They explain a lot of it, so I don't want to ruin it for you. It's actually very good.
Oh, and I'm saying the art on that scene was, whoo, man, God. And then it
It's
goes
really
back
cool.
to now.
Yes.
And then basically it's Captain Cold and Captain Boomerang just trying to track him down. He dodges their attacks. You know, he's running from them still. He says, "No, because he keeps having this thing in his head at every moment in the book where he's just kind of like thinking it's his fault. Everything went the way it did." And then he reaches his arm out to something and it says, "You know what you did." He's just going back and forth in his head constantly. And then it flashes forward 1 year later. And the last moment before he even gets to this other person, it says, "You did this, Wally. You killed him," implying that Barry is dead. I don't know if he is dead in the later issues, but that's what it says right here.
Yeah, there's a body there.
Yeah, but I was just saying for people who haven't read that far, maybe it's changed. I don't know, obviously, but it does show the body there. He's Barry Allen's killed, which is. I will say this: this book did something that a lot of the other books didn't, which was like it wasn't afraid to just kind of just straight up off someone that you probably do know. Setting the stakes there. And then a person enters into that lab that Wally had, been inside of several times in the book, and this person accesses into the computer mainframe. And it's an awesome way to end issue 1, though. I really like the ending where it says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, time to make the whole world fall." Yep. And that's definitely Mirror Master.
So
obviously.
The mirrors right here, which is interesting, right? He's
Yeah.
seeing all these different futures.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So what's in those scenes happen in the book. Those scenes actually happen. So I believe I'm pretty sure the little monkey is Grodd. I'm pretty sure.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
So other people thought it was Beast Boy, but I know it's not. So
I automatically assume Grodd when I see a telepathic monkey, but that's just me.
So it.
And it also shows Wally with the suit on. Looks pretty cool in that frame. And yeah, I mean, overall, I had a good time reading the book. And I will also credit any book in our comic book reviews that don't have ads every single freaking time. Thank God, all the ads in the back. See, DC, this is what you do. All the ads in the back. I don't want to have my pacing disrupted.
My God, don't even bring it up about the new Hush book. My God, I showed you it before we started recording. My God. Literally every other page is like just a picture for Superman, the movie, and it's like, here's Lois Lane, here's Crypto, here's Lex Luthor, and it's just a big one. It's just their heads. Like, ugh.
Also, I know we've had this in other comic book reviews that we've did, but in this comic book, if you guys do buy Absolute Flash #1, they give you a 2-page preview of Absolute Martian Manhunter #1, which we did do a review on the channel for.
Which
I
the
would
fifth
say
book, I believe it wasn't that supposed to be only 5 or 6? Was it 5 or 6?
this week 5 came out, I think.
Yeah. Is it only there's only supposed
Because
to be
after
5 or 6?
that book, after 6, I think they're taking a break and they're going to come back with the later issues. I'm pretty sure. I know at some point they took a break. I don't know if it was before issues 4 or 5 or after that. But I will say this: if you read these 2 pages for Absolute Martian Manhunter #1, I think you'll like them. I think reading this is always fine.
I thought that was the surprise out of all the Absolute books of how good it was. And it was surprising. Remember when we checked with the first one, it was like number 6 on the ICVs.
Still selling well. Yeah.
It is. Because it's a good story. It's a very good story.
Yeah, and I will say this because in a few weeks from now, after we review another issue of this and Absolute Green Lantern, all the Absolute books are selling so well. I do have to give a lot of credit to DC Comics and Scott Snyder and Josh Williamson and all the creative teams. You guys are really knocking out of the park. Keep up the good work. Don't pull a Marvel Comics in the future when we do this video. It's ending at issue 24. Reboot again.
That's very annoying too. Like, why would you end your best-selling comic?
Ego, jealousy, because it can't be because of money. They can't say it didn't sell very well. But
the rogues that they have in this one is Captain Cold, Captain Boomerang, Golden Glider, Trickster, and Mirror Master. I believe those are the 5 that are there. And the one that I was trying to remember, the Flash of Two Worlds was Gardner Fox. That's who did it.
Okay.
That's who wrote the original Flash of Two Worlds. So, what I give this book I give it an 8 out of 10, just because of how I thought it did a very, very competent job of setting up everything, and it was very quick. Like, I read that book, it took me like 5 minutes to read. I was
same here. Yeah, it wasn't a hard read at all. Because there's some books where you want to take your time reading because there's a lot of dialogue. The dialogue felt very fluid. It felt very easy to understand. The pacing is very good. I will say, man, the other thing I really enjoyed how like it felt complicated but super simple. I like the dynamic that was there. It didn't feel like they threw all this Flash lore at you. Like, here's how this dimension works.
Here's the thing. They didn't do it like that, but they actually did throw a lot at you. But like I said, if you look at it that way, instead of it being like, okay, now they're here, now they're over here, just think of him as the single point, and he's there, he's there, he's there. If you do it like that and you think that way, it's a lot easier to get your mind around, because it's not like he's remembering. Just look at it as it's happening now.
Right.
And it does help, because like when you do time jump books, like I can't remember what book we did that one time, and it just kept skipping day 2, day 1, whatever. It might have been an Absolute Power, but I remember both of us were just like,
one of them. Yeah.
I remember we were both like, this is stupid. Like, it's hard to follow sometimes.
Ultimate Invasion did that a lot, but at least with that book, because we read it in a trade, it had the map.
Yeah, that was easy though. I thought that was easy to follow because they had set up. So that was a text-heavy book. That did take a long time to read. I 100%.
Sean was making sure you understand that this character is moving. He was
making sure that you literally understood exactly how the universe came into being. Like, my God, dude, we get it.
Like, hey, John, just because there's a plant here doesn't mean the plant needs to have dialogue in it.
I know, right? Here's the backstory on the dirt.
Plant.
This is where we picked up the dirt from. Just thought, in the backstory of that trip, it's like, oh my God.
So out of all the Absolute comic books that we read for issue 1s, because I'll have to read Green Lantern, I'll have to review it with you, obviously. So
Green Lantern's fun.
Superman, fucking hell, would have to be the worst for me. Absolute Batman would be like number 1. I probably would have this one second, or Martian Manhunter third, because Wonder Woman was also very good too. That's a toss. I know my first and last one.
Wonder Woman was good. The only arc was good was that first arc. Everything after that, I haven't liked, to be honest. I just haven't.
Oh, you caught up? You don't? Oh, sorry, my bad. Just issue 1s for the initiating of the run.
No, I like the first arc, like the first 5 or 6 books. It's okay, but like I'm current. I'm on the issue 10 just dropped on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I just got it. I'll have to read it this week, but I'm just not as impressed with that run. It's crazy because I liked that originally, like that's first issue, and his
first issue was very good. Yeah.
Now it's like different because I didn't care for the Superman first little bit, but it's amazing.
I heard it got way better.
It's so much better, bro. It's so much better. It's really, really cool. all the stuff they have going on in
So
that.
since you're current with most things between all of
Mhm.
them, between the 6 characters, how would you rank them at the time of us doing this
Okay.
review for this book?
Just like for all the books or just the number
Yeah, go ahead.
ones?
No, you because you read all of them, so you'd have a better
Okay, so
understanding.
I would say the best overall so far is probably Batman, just
Okay.
because it's fleshed out more and there's a lot more issues. I would say Batman, Martian Manhunter. I have to put Flash and Green Lantern in the same spot. Like they're tied because they're both enjoyable and I don't like one more than the other.
Okay.
And then Absolute Wonder Woman is my least favorite.
So you have Superman over her and
Oh,
Marshman Hunter. Okay.
100% for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say Superman.
No, you're fine.
Superman, I might even be number 2 just because of how good it is right now. It is awesome, and you get to see Superman doing stuff that you would never see. Like he's doing some really cool shit. But I would say, yeah, I'd say Batman, then Superman for overall. Um, Not taking into effect the first few books
Then
because
you had Flash and
slow.
Green Lantern tied.
Flash, Green Lantern, Tide, and then Wonder Woman. So 1, 2, 3 is Batman, Superman, Martian Manhunter, Flash, Green Lantern, Tide, and then
Four
Wonder Woman.
fifths. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are both. Okay. Do you think there's anything else that can be improved on with the run so far? Or you think you just like them the way they are?
With what? With just the whole of
Because Wonder
Absolute?
Woman you said your least favorite, so you think
Okay,
it's
it
gotten
just got a little bit boring. Like they went from one arc, right, to just like a 2-book little interlude where
yeah.
it's like, look, I understand. This is what makes me think that this isn't just like a small initiative, right? Where look at how they did um
Mhm.
why can't I think of it? Whatever what came before All In? Why can't I think?
Oh my goodness. Dawn of DC.
Donna DC. How they did Donna DC, and you saw like even from like book 1, book 2 of any of the books, you saw it leading to something, right? I think they're really trying to establish this whole absolute world and have it go on for a little bit before we even get them interacting with the regular world. And that's why we haven't seen much of Dark Side, and that's why we haven't seen much of Booster Gold. You know, we got that one panel at the end of freaking Justice League, and that was it. You know, so I'm wondering, like, because those worlds were made because of that.
Mhm.
I've been going, well, when are they going to start talking about that? When are they going to, when is that going to happen? When are these characters going to cross over? Isn't Batman wondering why there's like a crazy man who can fly? You know what I mean? Like in his universe and stuff. So I'm wondering if they're separate or if they're all in one little confined space, and then what's going on with the dark planet. Like, so there's stuff that's like, I need to see it moving towards something else besides just establishing the worlds. Now, I can say this. If they do that, like say after book 12 of each of them, then I could be like, okay, they are taking their time and that's good. Because I don't want them to rush it and it suck. Because this
Obviously, yeah.
has the chance to be one of the better crossovers if they flesh out this universe a lot better, you
There's
know?
some big stuff coming up that we're going to talk about in future videos. There's a lot of
Yes.
interestingly big things, especially when you have like
Well,
the
and
main universe and absolute universe coming up too.
I'll say this. It seems like DC is trying at least. They're
I love
trying
the
to,
effort. I really do.
it does seem like they are trying to make the
Mhm.
comic books more interesting. Where Marvel is just like, they don't care. Like, dude,
I'm not kidding, you guys. They announced something today that is arguably not bad on a surface level, but it's such a spit in the face when fans say, "Hey, I really like this. Take my." It's like that Futurama meme of Fry. Shut up and take my
yeah,
money.
straight up
And then
take
for
my
them to
money.
be like, "Nah, we're just gonna end it."
What are you talking about? Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah. Just that's a future video, but it's just like at least DC is keeping a run going, and like I understand business side of things, I really do, but
No,
you know,
it's probably they want Hickman to write something else. That's what they want.
but they always do this with Hickman too. It's like, oh well, you can do everything you want, but you can't write the finale. We'll have someone else do it. It's like, well, why the fuck? Crazy stuff. But I'll get your final thoughts and opinions on Absolute Flash #1. Would you recommend it to people to start off if they wanted to read Flash comic books that don't have a prior
Okay.
knowledge of Flash comics at all?
No. because you kind of got to know. Yes, I mean, yes, in the sense of you can read this and have fun, because everybody has like, if you're going out and reading a comic, you have a base sense of who these heroes are.
Yeah,
you do. You have to. But yes, if you've read Flash books and you want to get into the absolute universe and try to, I would say, Flash is a good starting point. There's only 5 issues out right now, so you can get them.
yeah.
They're easily accessible. Yeah, that's what I would do. Obviously, Absolute Batman is probably the easiest to get into.
And the trade's coming out very soon too, so
Yes.
you can have that
So,
available.
Yeah, but yeah, yes, I would recommend it. Yes.
So, for me, I liked the book. Thought it was awesome. Can't wait to read the subsequent ongoing issues in this series. And as you guys know, the Absolute Universe is killing it right now. Barring other bullshit in the comic book industry. At least we have this. It could be worse. It could be Superman's gay son's boyfriend in absolute power. He could be
You're
him.
just stuck there. You're stuck. They're gonna make a zoo around him. And this was a people back in the day. He's just gonna be in the corner throwing like shit in his hand and throwing it. Get out of here! Where's my boyfriend?
In this universe, we need a Brainiac Kang. Remember we got the Brainiac Queen? We need a Brainiac Kang here just to really switch it up. But
some Kangs.
As you guys know, book's good. I give it my 2 thumbs up certified banger. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. All right. So I'm going to set up the Zelda topic really quickly. Okay. I want the article to go over.
The Zelda topic.
Oh Lord. I have some receipts. I have a lot of them.
God.
I have a lot of them, but I'll save some for this. Give me one moment here.
This
good Lord.
Is gonna no.
I heard the movie's doing. I told you the same thing too. I want the movies to do well. I don't want there to be any reason why a super movie should fail. I want it all to do well, but it just. I also like the fact that people are going back and forth between Superman and this one off the contents in the movie, not some like freaking.
Yeah, I just don't. Why are you comparing the movies? Like, I don't understand that.
Comparing a 37th film in a franchise to the very first one.
Well, but it's like it's two different things. It's like there are very similar in the structures of the movie,
but they're like, very surface level. They're very surface level, though.
I mean, it's
like, oh, it's family. It's supposed to be a family. It's like, okay, I guess, but I'll disagree with you. But it's like,
I don't know. They're like them starting off already being a hero, no origin. Like I
think that's Marvel's MO for a while now.
But I'm saying the big bad, and then how he gets taken out into a black hole / portal. Like, dude, that's literally Superman.
A black hole. So you mean blackness itself?
Blackness itself.
I still can't believe that article was greenlit to actually be written by someone. By an editorial staff. Crazy.
On Tuesday.
Yeah.
I will also. We won't do it today, but on Tuesday, I will do my review of the 2nd issue of Blackness itself. I will give you the update. And oh God, you will be thoroughly happy with it.
Oh, good, looks great. We need a fighting fandom. We need that back. Give the fans what they want, man.
Is that what they want?
You said the last one you did it for was
the last one I did, I think, was Rings of Power.
The Acolyte or Rings of Power, one of them.
No, Acolyte was first.
Okay.
Rings of Power was second.
So any plans on bringing that series back anytime soon?
No, I just did it just because, like I said,
you gotta bring it back, man, as a special segment every once in a while.
People were like, "Hey, dude, you're funny. You should make fun of this stuff." And I was like, "All right, I'll give it a try." Dude, those were very edit intensive. I mean, they're both like, one of them's almost an hour long. Like, and they're not small like edits, I mean,
Oh
one of
no,
the
yeah.
videos was like 22 gigs.
Fucking hell.
But I don't get me wrong, I liked doing it because I get to do characters, and I had all sorts of like, I'll have reoccurring characters. I have the Black Tevin action news squad with Penis McGavin and Chuck Flack.
I need a on-screen personality like that too. I'm gonna call myself LSK, the White Man.
You should just be blackness itself.
I could be my leak screen name, Black to the Future.
There you go.
Good lord. And I'm gonna wear a Bill Cosby cosplay.
Oh God! Just put on a sweater and just go in the hippin' and the hoppin'. It's yeah. Hey,
God.
MSK, would you like a pudding pop?
Oh, good lord. What do we
Jello
first?
Kodak film. Yeah.
Oh god, it's disgusting. Good lord. Looney Tunes disgust me, honestly. That's okay.
Boy. You and the Troons.
This ad was inappropriate.
I just don't even have to deal with them. So it's like it's like, dude, I've met a couple, but they don't last long where I live. It doesn't, this isn't a place where you do that.
I'm trying to see the font. Let me try to make this bigger.
Oh, I'm just trying
to see the.
No, I'm just
trying to see the font. Make sure
I don't ever want to look at that human being again.
Oh no, that shit is peak mental illness right there. That is this. I mean, good lord, can't wait to.
Dude, all we need to do is just literally talk about this, because like we already know the setup of what we're gonna talk about.
Oh yeah. Let's get into it right now.
All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Black, and I'm gonna fuck your. Nope. We're just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna just be entertaining as possible. I'm joking. All right, let's go. I'm gonna breathe, and then I'm going to make love to a woman.
There you go. Do
Not
it.
happening because I'm a fucking white man. Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the live action Zelda movie casting controversy. So for those of you guys who are basically just live under a rock and don't see this stuff until it literally comes out as movies in front of you, when you can basically buy tickets to go to the movie theater and watch these movies, they're going to be making a live action Zelda movie, because previously it was Universal and Illumination made the Super Mario Brothers movie. A lot of people liked it. Actually made $1 billion at the box office, which means that apparently they know that a lot of people want Nintendo characters on the big screen. In my opinion, they should have just made a Zelda movie the same animation style as that Super Mario Brothers movie. But nevertheless, we're getting a live action Zelda movie coming up in 2026 or 2027. So there was a rumor that started from a person named Daniel RPK. It's a person that apparently is an industry insider.
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is.
And then on his account, he put out that Hunter, whoever, Looney Tune, was in early talks to play Zelda in the live-action Zelda movie. And that spurred just so many crazy reactions between...
And let's really look at this for a second.
Yeah.
Even if you want to put your Western beliefs into something, okay, and your biases, again, did you really think that a Japanese company was going to cast? Did you really think that? Do you know that Japan goes by a motto that says the nail that sticks out gets pounded in?
I did know that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. They're not gonna let you do that. Like you might be able to get away with that at, like, in Shibuya on like a Saturday, because that's what dude, I'm dead serious. On Saturdays in Shibuya, or Sundays, Sundays during the school year, because they go on Saturday too. But Shibuya, they have a main, like, big drag, like it's a strip where all these people do their cosplays and they dress up, and like they have like 50s greasers, and just like that's their thing. But you being like that every day of the week, no.
So
they're not going to accept it.
So before we get into all this stuff, there's something I want to ask you first, because
okay,
how like Zelda, the franchise, the video game franchise,
Mhm.
right? You've been playing it for a very long time, or you only played certain
No,
games
I've
here and
been
there?
playing it since 1987 when it came to America. That
You played
person that
all the
said they
games. That's insane.
that person that said they played it in 86 is lying because it didn't come to America until 87. It did come to Japan then, and it didn't sell well in Japan because it sold like 1 million copies because it
Mhm,
wasn't on the regular Nintendo system. They had a thing called the Famicom disk system, disk drive. It was on a floppy disk,
mhm,
and the hardware didn't sell well like they wanted it to.
mhm,
But it got later on, the technology in carts, got a lot better. They were able to put batteries in it to save. They were able to, expand the memory in them and put more chips in them. So like Zelda 1 and 2 in Japan, even though they're huge there now, they did not break out like
mhm.
they did here in America because they were on the disk drive system for the Super Famicom,
Okay.
which was like the reason it's called Famicom is because they called it the Super Family Computer.
Mhm.
So Super Famicom.
I just want to
And
establish your history
no,
with
yes,
Zelda. Yeah.
I have been playing Zelda. That was the first when we got our Nintendo. I was in living in the New York area. So I got it a year before everybody else in
Okay.
America got it because they had like 4 test cities. And we got ours a year before. So we had like the black box games. That's what they're called. When you see like the box art, the ones that are all in black, like golf and ice climber and stuff. We had those type of games. But Zelda my brother was older than me, so he was like in his teens when it came out. So like that was a big game. Like he knew it was coming out. He got it day one. And I remember him putting it in, me watching it. It was like my mind was blown. Because before then, we played computer games like Ultima and like Maze Craze and like Forbidden Castle and stuff like that, but nothing that moved like this. Nothing looked like this. A giant world for you to explore and do things like, yeah. So I've been playing this I mean, I even played Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I played the
What are your
DS
thoughts on
games like
Tears of the
Spirit
Kingdom?
Tracks and
Because that one came out in 2023. Did you like that one?
yes, I did, and
Okay.
I understood why they kept it looking the same as Breath of the Wild. I thought Breath of the Wild was a better game overall,
Okay.
but I thought Tears of the Kingdom, the building mechanic in that was so much fun to mess with.
What was the one for the Wii that came out that everyone just loved? Was that
Skyward Sword.
was that Skyward Sword? Yeah, I heard it
That
was
came out
very.
for the Wii, yes. That came out for the Wii, but a lot of people didn't like it at first because you had to use the Wii remote to
Oh yeah, of
do the
course.
sword and stuff. But if you had a pro controller, you could do that.
Mhm.
And subsequent releases of the game, like if you buy it for the Switch, you don't have to use the motion controls. You don't
Did you
have
like
to.
Twilight Princess?
Twilight Princess was very good, yes.
Okay, and I know they came out with a recent one where people were calling it woke. I'm not saying it is. Where it's the one that was coming out for the Switch before we got the Switch 2 announced. It
You
was
talking about
Echoes of
the
Wind. Yeah, did you like that one? Have you played it yet?
which one?
Echoes of Wisdom.
The one with Zelda? Why is it
Yes.
woke? Because it's Zelda?
I'm not kidding you. That's literally why people said it
That's
was.
stupid. It's not. How can a how can that doesn't even make sense because look,
Her name
she
is
was
in the
actually in the
title.
beginning of the game, she was actually the one captured. Link was going to save her and
Yeah,
he got caught up. She escaped and now she's just trying to find him.
but you know how
Like, how is that
Wikipedia
woke?
warriors are. They're like
No,
dick
yeah, of course.
stupid.
Anytime a woman does anything in a movie, it's woke. So ridiculous, dude.
So the thing that you said a while ago in the video, where
Mhm.
a lot of people really need to think about who owns these properties. Do you guys
Yes.
think, just in your mind, really just ponder this, even if you wanted this individual to play
Mhm.
this character, really think in your mind, would Nintendo, a Japanese led company that where if you guys know things about Nintendo, like I've been around Nintendo a long time, Smash community, a lot of other shit. I bought a
Mhm.
lot of their consoles throughout my life. Do you guys think Nintendo of all people would allow an American company to cast a Looney Tune Decepticon to play Zelda, one of the most iconic female video game characters ever made on this planet, in a live action movie that has their name on it? Come on, when you see the opening
Yeah,
movies,
it's gonna
companies
come up
attached to
the
it,
Nintendo's. Yeah.
yeah, that means people will literally say Nintendo co-sign for that. Do you think they would allow that? Like, use your
No.
brain, like actually use. It's so
No,
crazy how none of you
they're
guys
not
use your
going
brains at
to.
all. It's
And
crazy.
I also have a major problem with the fact that a lot of the community came out and said that the female doesn't even look like the character. Why aren't we casting people who look like the source material? And I'm like, you know what? You could fuck right off, because I have been saying that for so long, and I get told I'm a fucking racist and a bigot
Yeah, I
and
like how
like
the
a
arguments flip
homophobe.
now. Apparently,
Of
oh,
course.
so
And how many
yeah,
times have I said it even on this show? Everybody is rah, rah, rah for any type of dumbass fucking thing that,
right,
any type
yep.
of thing, until it affects their community or it affects something that they
That's what I
like.
always say. Yeah, if it's something that they're not a fan of or a casual in, they go, "Why
Yes.
do you care, bro? It's
Why do
not
you
that
care so
serious.
much? Why do
It's
you
not that.
care?
It's not that deep, bro." But when it's something that they
Yeah.
like, apparently it's wrong. Oh, but it's why I've always never liked these people. You know how I know? Because these people always go, "Well, when you do something, it's hateful and bigoted and all that shit." But when it's
Yes.
you that's saying that to me, it's not hateful or bigoted either. I like how that
No, because
doesn't work
they
both
go
ways.
because it comes from a place of
It
understanding.
comes from a place of love. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I can't
understanding.
stand these people. It's so
Like, do you
cringe.
understand how held back my people have been? My people, what are you, fucking Moses leading the fucking trans out of the fucking desert? Shut up. Like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Like, I'm so sick. I'm so sick of that, dude.
I
Like,
just
people
hate
talking about
the
we've done
hypocrisy. Yeah.
more, we've suffered more for our flag than anyone has for the American flag. Have you ever heard of World War One and Two, and like any of the wars?
I love
What have you
how.
done
No, remember
except
when
get
some of them.
fat, ugly, and stink?
Do you remember when some of them still do this to this day? Compare what they're going through this Troon community as if like it's the Civil Rights Act.
Oh,
It's like
100%.
what?
No, dude,
What?
it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
I can't-
Like
My experience is like what slavery is. What are you
right.
talking
And
about?
I
Mhm.
have extended family that is black. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
already
mhm,
know this.
yeah.
You've shown you pictures and stuff.
Mhm.
And my nana said something to me that was very interesting, because I asked her, because she was 80 years old at the time, and like she went through water fountain segregation, all that stuff. And I asked her, because she was never bitter. And this is how deep that goes. And I
Mhm.
said to her, I was like, how come like you're not embittered and stuff? She goes, Steven, if I was, I couldn't look at you and tell you that I love you. And I was like, oh, that's deep, right? Their shit, nothing. Absolutely not even remotely on the same level of something like that. It's
Mhm.
it's
Actually
actually,
insulting to even
yes, it's
suggest it.
insulting to even say that.
Mhm.
That's like, you know what I mean? I think of like, my nana had to drink from a fucking fountain that wasn't even, couldn't just go somewhere.
Mhm.
Couldn't just go to the bathroom. If they didn't have a black bathroom, where was she gonna go? You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. That's not even on the. That irritates me. That's wrong. Like,
Yeah.
just fundamentally wrong to even compare
They
yourself
have
to
that
that.
thing that people say on the internet nowadays that is actually very true because a lot of it's memes, but this is very truthful. These people actually have legitimate main character syndrome.
Oh, 100%.
They think that everyone is
100%.
against them. They think they're taking down Whitey or people used to say that back in the day. They think that they're like apps. They could do no wrong. Everything that they do is righteous and sincere and
Yeah, they
loving
feel
and
like they're fighting
caring.
a war that doesn't exist. Because listen, are there people that will go to war with them? 100%. But if you lined all of the people up, like all the
It
people
would
that
make like 10
care on
people.
their side, right? It
Yeah.
would be all these people. And then on the other side, it would be like two dudes that accidentally showed up because they were like, God damn it, let's fight the trannies. Come on.
Oh
So
gosh.
like, yeah, it wouldn't.
So the
Nobody
other thing
cares.
I want to make sure I bring this up in this video for people to really understand. So this entire movement of, let's say, Decepticon Looney Tune people for YouTube's sake, because I want to get in trouble. So let's just say this:
Oh,
all of
sorry,
you guys,
YouTube.
all of you guys have been telling me for years, whether any social media I've been on, we fight for women. Women were oppressed by men and blah blah blah. So the point of
Now
all
you're
of
just
this,
letting dudes in.
I'm glad you brought that up. So now I thought all of you guys fought for women. Women were paid less and all this other stuff. I don't agree with any of your arguments. I think they're all bullshit. But I'll humor you for a second. So if all of this was for women to get them into positions that men didn't allow them to be in, okay. So why are any of you arguing that a man should take her place? If you are really truly for women, why are you getting so bent out of shape that a woman took a man's place? Weren't you fighting for that for the last 5-10 years? What is your argument? I don't
More than
understand.
that, like last 50 years.
Yeah. Like,
But like,
what?
yeah, I don't.
Oh,
It
I thought you
doesn't.
guys were all pro women. I thought you love women. What is
Listen,
what?
it's just like it's like Bill Burr said, dude. Like women, they can't. It seems like I'm not gonna say all, but it seems like they can't come together under one thing. They might march and they might do, but if that was the case, then the WNBA would be the #1 league in the universe. But you don't see any women there painting their fucking titties and faces, to do that. No. Well, as soon as it actually goes to you doing something about it, other than like marching, walking,
Mhm.
it falls apart. And it seems like they don't support each other. There are some that do, because I can't judge a whole grouping of
I
people
would
as
imagine there's
one.
some honest, genuine supporters there. I would
There
imagine
there
a lot of
is. There
people.
there
Yeah.
100% is. But like, so okay, so like, and don't take this, not you, don't take this the wrong way. I talk, and I say the word retarded a lot. I do. And someone got offended at me, right? And I said, why is that offensive? And they're like,
Mhm.
it is. I said, to who? How can it be offensive to retarded people? They wouldn't know. And why would I disparage someone for having a mental deficiency that they can't, you know, they can't help? Like, that's ridiculous. That
Mhm.
is ridiculous. That comes to a point where
Letting
you're
words have
policing
that
you're
much power
policing
over you.
language.
Mhm.
Words do have a lot of power, but you're policing language to the point of where you're taking something out of context and you're putting your context to it. And I could do the same thing. I could do the same thing, right? If I want to look hard enough, I can find whatever I need to tear you down. But that's not how I do things. I don't want to do that. I'm genuinely nice to everybody until you annoy me,
Mhm.
and that I just don't get it. But the main thing that I had a problem with this whole thing was the whole looking. Why are we not casting people who look like the source material? And that bothered me.
And
That
even
that
and these people for years,
bothered
when
me
any
very bad.
casting announcement has been announced, they've been like, "Well, why does it have to be accurate? Just cast the right actor."
Yeah.
They'll make. That's why I kept telling people that casting the right actor and having them look the character plays a part
Yes.
synonymously with each other. So
Yes.
that's why. And my argument was, well, why can't you just get them both? Why does it have to be one or the other? You can have both. Your guys' argument is you can cast whoever and they'll make it work. Well, then there you go. That's the
Yeah.
landscape you allow. Then
Like,
there
you
you go.
can't have a straight person play a gay person, but you can have a gay person play a straight person. Like,
Right?
it's
Yeah.
it's very it's very fundamentally based to where they want their cake and they not eat it too, because I never understood that, because like, why would I just hold on to cake?
Yeah. I
But
wouldn't eat
you know
cake
what I'm
either.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I just
they
yeah,
want it.
yeah.
They want everything slanted in that direction, which I find to be, you're playing with a stacked deck, right? You're
Mhm.
playing one with words that people are very afraid to stand up for themselves, because they feel they might get canceled or they whatever. But someone gave me very good advice. You can't cancel someone who doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, and it's another thing to add into what you were saying earlier about this person, which is something that I also brought up myself, which was this was to be honest, I'm put the fully understand. This was just a rumor.
Yeah.
Nobody had any actual official
No.
announcement on it. Like, it wasn't like a Hollywood Reporter, a Variety, Deadline, Screen Rant, any people. It was literally just a person on the internet saying that this person was being eyed for the role. Now, I will say this: in Hollywood and journalism, all this stuff, from everything I've witnessed from other people that actually have gotten information from people, news does change very fast. So maybe I will
Mhm.
give you credence to this, people. Maybe it was a very minuscule thought in someone's brain, but it was definitely squashed very soon. I'll humor you. Maybe that was the thing because
It's just
information just
it's it's
changed.
just it's just a genuine problem today.
Yeah.
Hollywood does not deal in real life. I mean,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
literally playing the best pretend ever, you know? So like, like, yeah, you go over to your friend's house and you're like, you want to play some army guys? How about this? How about we are the army guys? That's like what Hollywood is, and it's dude, I'll tell you what, you need to bring up again. You need to bring up Jamie Lee Curtis's children.
Oh no.
Dude, that was like, dude, I was
And
dying.
the quote where she said, "You won't notice my two
You won't
daughters
notice
next
the
to each other."
difference between the two.
Absolute brain rot. Absolute just
Yeah.
complete lack of reality.
So
Also, I have to understand, Zelda is a female, and when people keep saying, "Oh, well, she change into Sheik?"
chic.
It's like, first of all, she doesn't change. She more like shapeshifts into a different costume, essentially. I
No,
wouldn't say
she
she
doesn't shape shift.
changes.
She just puts on different clothes.
Yeah, like Oh Lord, their arguments are
And of
so
course they
disgusting.
made it look more manly because they wanted you to believe it was a man. It's a video game
Yeah, like
from
when
the
people thought that,
90s.
remember how the casuals thought that Samus was a dude based off the armor, and then when in like Brawl, when the armor would come up, you're like, Samus is a girl. It's like,
Wait,
yeah,
no,
they wanted.
people knew Samus was a girl all the way from the first Metroid because when you beat it, she takes off her helmet.
I genuinely thought it was a dude, honestly.
Well, yeah, in the original Metroid, and you can use the Justin Bailey code where it's like she's full female, like no armor or
Her being
anything on
female
her.
looks great. It's fine, you know.
Yeah,
It's a cool character.
there's
I like
nothing wrong
Metroid
with
a
it.
lot.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, and they think like we're against women, and it's like, then why am I married to one?
It's
Like,
also
what do
crazy.
you?
If we were against women, I was saying not you, but you guys would be against women. You wanted a man to play a woman's role, but the whole argument based off your movement was women in positions that men took away from them. So Zelda, people keep saying, "Well, she changes into Sheik." Yeah, but that doesn't mean she changes her gender. I don't know if you guys understand that. Like, she just changes
Yeah, it's like when she
clothes.
put on the sheet clothes, she didn't grow balls, dude. Like, it just didn't. That's not part of the costume. Unless she
people
like stuffs some
played.
kiwis down there or something, like
People
kiwis
played
in a single hot
Melee.
dog, you
I
know?
swear, it's people that played Melee and have brain rot or something. When she changes into Sheik, guys, she doesn't just become a dude. That doesn't
No,
happen. You know.
she
I
doesn't
know.
have that type of magic.
We also got to talk about in another video that Nintendo basically made Mario the ultimate simp for Princess Peach when they stated that they'll always just be friends. Oh god. But my boy Mario always getting cucked out by Peach. But gender activists lash out over Hunter Schaffer not being cast as Zelda in
Hunter
live
Shaper.
action Legend of Zelda movie.
Like, and here's the other thing too. It irritates me a lot
Look at
because it irritates me a lot that people like that's not your IP. You have nothing to do with it. You have absolutely nothing to do with the direction that they want to take their IP. And whenever like the fans like get so invested in something that they feel they're owed anything, like no. No, not at all. Just because you played the games, guess what I have? Guess what? I still have my regular Nintendo. I
Mhm.
still have my gold cartridges of
A lot of these guys
Zelda
don't even
and
buy or play
Venture
the
to
games
Link.
they even talk about
No, of
on.
course they don't. They just bitch, dude. That's all they do. That's
I can
it.
almost I can almost guarantee you guys right now, if they actually casted this person to play Zelda, that movie would have bombed as about as hard as what's the biggest bomb I've seen recently? Morbius. Think of Morbius, how badly that
Here's the
failed.
thing. I
Think
don't
about
know
that.
if it would have bombed. I would say this. A lot of people would have not gone to see it
Yeah. Mhm.
for whether you want to call it biases or not. Here's the thing, and I've said this too, because so like I said, I haven't had to deal with many
Looney
troons,
Tunes.
as you call it, but I worked with one, and they, my pronouns are this, and I just said, "What's your name?" And it was a girl who's a boy, and she
Yeah.
said Oliver, and I said, "Okay, I'm just gonna call you Oliver." Like, how hard is that? You know what I mean? Like, they asked, not me. I knew well enough not to say anything,
Mhm.
but they asked me, they said, "Why is it so hard for you to accept this?" I said, "It's not hard for me to accept it. It's just that I have as much as you want to be accepted and you want to have your feelings validated, you also have to be aware that other people are also
Are
not going to give a shit."
they're also not obligated to either. They feel like the people,
Right, they're not
it's like
obligated to do that.
it's like on Twitter.
But the main
Mhm.
point is
Yeah.
I don't have to care about how you feel.
Oh no,
Like, I'm
I was
not
gonna
going to
add yeah.
disrespect
Mhm.
you, but
Right.
they take that as disrespect because their fundamental belief is I have to be told this. I have to be told this by everybody.
And I
And
have
if
to be
this person
validated. Yep.
doesn't tell me
Mhm.
this, it doesn't validate how I feel. So it's like
Right.
once you get into what a thing is, right? I say, what is this? This is a cell phone, right? I can't say it's anything else but a cell phone, okay?
Yes.
Because
Because
it
these people
isn't.
don't even know what a woman is. So it's like if we don't even know what a
That's
woman
what I was getting to.
yeah.
Whenever you ask like what a woman is, right? When you start saying like a social construct of anytime listen, and it leads me back to what my grandfather said. You want to hear something? It was one of the greatest.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of my answers are like yes, no.
True. Yep. Yep.
He said, "Steven, if people have to give you the runaround to answer a question, they're full of bullshit. I remembered that. Like if you're not like answering a math problem, right? And I ask you a simple question and you have to give me like 4 paragraphs, I look at it as, oh, you're full of shit. That's how I like. I don't know. My grandfather was a smart man. Like that's the way I look at it. I looked up to him, and when he said that to me, it stuck with me because he said a lot of things to me, but that one stuck with me so much.
Oh, and there's a few other things I want to just tack
What's
on
up,
to your
Eric?
point, which I agree with, which is I don't get why people don't understand this. I don't, and I'm not like this, but this is just a concept of people don't understand. I don't have to respect anybody.
No.
I don't have to like you, respect you, nothing. I think people confuse respect with common courtesy. I'm not going to just be a straight up asshole to you, but if someone was, that's their own free will to be an asshole. These people, when that person tells you that, they don't operate in a world that I also have free will as well. So if you have free will to be pretend to be a dude and woman, that also means that I have free will not to oblige you by that. I don't have to care that you do that.
Yeah,
But these people,
I don't know.
they
Then
want 100% complacent, like it's like slavery, like fucking hell, it's a word like cults have. They want like 100% full authority and love to their cause, not like,
yeah,
hey, can I have a
if you
different
want to
way of
take
looking at
over
it?
the word woman, fine. You're not female. How about that? There you go.
Or the chromosomes and uterus and periods and giving birth would disagree, but they don't understand that. But
I'll just say that, if that's the word you want to co-op, then fine, have it your way. And here's the thing, I've asked this too. I go, here we go. Okay, you're a woman. Now what?
they got nothing else. All their whole
There
life
you go.
is just
Okay,
based off
bye-bye.
sex.
See ya.
Because that's what happens when your mind is so wrapped around sex and gender. It's just, whew, they have nothing else but that. They're not actually decent people. They don't have no other personality but that.
I don't know if they're decent people or not. I can't say that. That's fine if you do, but I can't say that. I'm not gonna judge someone on how they treat other people just because that is something that they're doing. I'm not going to do that. I will say this: if we get into that discussion, you might not like my answers.
But, like I said, you never know. It just depends. Online discussions have heated up as gender activists express frustration following the casting reveal for Nintendo's live-action The Legend of Zelda movie, scheduled for May 7th,
It's the fact
2027.
that there's gender activists. Shut the front door. Like what are we doing with it? What are we doing? Imagine
John,
that. What do? I'm a gender activist.
imagine going to college for that and wasting
Like,
money on that bullshit.
What?
The announcement named Bo Bragason as Princess Zelda and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. Ainsworth, what a name, as Link, putting an end to persistent rumors that Hunter Schafer, a biological male who identifies as female, I would say pretends, who would play the role. These rumors, which started circulating in late May 2025, were later exposed by that Park Place as originating from a PR firm associated with Schafer, not from official sources at Nintendo or Sony Pictures. Keep in mind, that doesn't look like him, her, whatever it wants to be.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a stretch. But that's not the point. The point is whether the person looks like it or not, and let's just say they do. Let's just say that, okay? And I would have liked them to play it because it looks like them. And what I've always said, I wish it would be close to the source material. If they look like it, then fine. But here's the thing. It is not your IP. You had nothing to do with it. Why are you getting angry at the people making decisions? Like, go make your own movie then. Oh, you can't? Fine, then shut the fuck up.
Also, is it bad of the average person to want their Zelda to be portrayed by an actual female? Is that wrong? I mean, I don't know where that is.
Here's
bad.
the thing, it doesn't MSK, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. If they picked a fucking banana with Mr. Potato Head parts, it's their IP to do with what they want.
Right. But I think when you have people that like the franchise? Is it like, because these people are acting like people wanting a biological female to play Zelda is a bad thing? It's like, what else would you want her to play her? A fucking banana with tits on it? No, I want like actual like thought process going into my characters. But who knows?
Well,
Maybe I think too much
that's
about
the
this stuff.
thing though. Like that's where I just differ in the opinion of, I just look at it as, I've been let down by so many castings, like to
Yeah,
where I go, it's their IP. They're gonna do what they want with it. Like if that's what they want, that's what they want. It's up to you to either support the movie by seeing it or not. That's the only voice that we have as consumers.
right.
You either go see it or you don't. You
Despite the
can't tell
debunking,
them. You shouldn't be able to force someone to change your creation.
also you shouldn't force people to say certain things about pronoun. That's just me. Despite the debunking, activists have reacted strongly, viewing the decision as a failure to embrace alternative casting choices they themselves would have preferred.
Look at Eric made a really good point. Eric the Guapo. He said the same people who say preach accept yourself are the ones who do not accept themselves.
I agree.
100%, and they don't accept others either.
Not just others. They don't accept the opinions of others, but they want you to accept all their opinions and all what they say to you as.
Yeah, but they also want you to accept them as well. The whole overall
Yeah.
person, where listen, nowhere in my contract in life said that I had to give a shit about you.
If you say that to them, their whole minds extended feel like you just talk Spanish to them. They're like, you don't have to. No, I don't. I don't have to like, because I took this based off our country. We have free will and the First Amendment, all that stuff. I don't have to care if there was a dude burning right now on this main street here. I don't have to care. That's how our life is here. Now, is it good that I should care? I probably should, but it doesn't mean I have to. I don't have to care, right? And also, you're not also obliged also to care about random motherfuckers that you're probably never going to meet ever in your entire life and care about how they feel about something, because you were random and I'm never going to care about you or meet you or have any interactions with you at all. And based off your interactions with me, by forcing me to say certain things I don't want to say, it's probably best I not
there you
be
go.
around.
Right, you nailed it right there. The interactions by forcing me to have to say something that I don't. You nailed it.
Yeah.
That's perfect. And you actually made a good analogy. And you know what? It didn't have Dragon Ball in it. Look at you,
actually
dude.
amazing.
You are on a fucking roll tonight, bro.
The speculation began with leaks from industry insider Daniel RPK, as I mentioned earlier in the video, suggesting Schafer was in consideration for Zelda. Fans created art and petitions, but reports soon clarified that the hype
created art and petitions.
Remember those online petitions are stupid. Anyone that does them is stupid. I won't get into that.
Restore the Snyderverse.
We have 500 signatures. It's like, that doesn't mean anything.
If you get 1 million signatures,
it means nothing.
It doesn't mean, if they don't want to do it, they don't have to. Like, these fans think they're owed stuff, and it drives me bananas, dude. They think that, like,
and they think that the majority too. We're the majority. We speak for the fandom. You don't speak for me.
Dude.
What the hell? Fans created art and petitions, but reports soon clarified that the hype was manufactured by a PR agency connected to Schafer, aimed at generating buzz.
It might have been.
I wouldn't put it past people to do that.
Dude, that headline right there, the reaction from the gender activists. That's like up there with blackness itself. That is up there with that.
I need a whiteness itself article.
Yeah, dude. We need a Mexicanness itself. A whiteness
that would be tacos for love. That would be that.
We need more of it, like ness themselves articles.
That part plays detailed this in an article on May 30th, 2025, labeling it as propaganda rather than genuine studio interest. I mean, it is. I'll give that. It is. It would just be that what it is. Further updates noted that casting calls targeted actors aged 16 through 23 years old, excluding the 26-year-old Schafer. Even so, the idea lingered, leading to divided opinions when the official cast was announced on July 16, 2025. Gender activists have criticized the choice, arguing it overlooked Schafer's visual similarity.
See? That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, that right there. Your whole argument is done. You cannot argue the point for 10 years that everybody else is a racist and a bigot and a homophobe and then say that. You cannot do that. As soon as you cross that line, your argument is fundamentally moot. It is done. It is over with. Bye-bye. Sayonara. See you later.
Because remember, the mere suggestion you would cast Ryan Gosling as Black Panther. You're a racist. Why don't you like black people? Yeah,
Right.
because I would imagine Black
100%.
Panther just by name alone is black. I would just imagine it. Just
Yeah, exactly.
fuck me.
Do I think they should make a White Panther? Fuck no. Look what
Yeah.
happened. It was a stupid idea. Like it was
we
a
got a
joking
great video out of it.
And yeah, we're gonna have a fantastic time making fun of it. We definitely are on Tuesday. We're definitely
yeah.
just wait till you see what they did in this issue, man.
Oh,
You're gonna
God.
laugh your ass off. But like, is it a good idea? No, it's not. It's not a good idea. Just because something exists doesn't mean it's a good idea. Because listen, every idea has been put forth and into place. And you know what? Some of them, a lot of them, sucked. So why are we going with the suck just because it existed?
I thought I was a racist because I didn't want that one black girl to play Ingrid in How to Fuck Your Dragon. I thought I was a racist because I wanted fucking Scottish white girl to play her. Yeah,
You
man.
wanted the white girl, red hair.
And people are like, there were you don't think there were black people in fucking Scotland or wherever the fuck How to Train Your Dragon's in? I was like, no, they weren't.
Not at all.
They
Actually,
literally weren't. People are legit retarded these days. Gender
don't say
activists,
that. You're offending the retarded.
gender activists have criticized the choice, arguing it overlooks Schaefer's visual similarity to certain depictions of Zelda, such as in Twilight Princess.
Like, dude, like seriously, you literally owned yourself in that with that fucking comment. Like they literally owned they don't even know how bad they look by saying that. They don't even realize. Like okay. So they literally are making the same point that apparently us racist and bigots are making. Like think of that for a second. Like
now they know how we feel. Just saying. Now you know how it feels.
Yeah, and it's like it's hilarious. Now, like, are you an
now apparently looks don't matter to character. Now apparently looks matter. Apparently, yes.
Apparently you want it to look like the source material. Who would have fucking figured that?
Crazy $1 million idea, right?
Crazy people.
That's why I told people, okay, for Harry, I know it's not this way.
Right.
Let's say for the new Harry Potter TV show, they casted Jaden Smith to play Harry. Would you be okay with that? Go, but as long as they got the right actor for the job, it doesn't. You people are stupid. I think you're all dumb. It doesn't matter. Holy shit. Okay, so that's why that's what our argument is. Does it matter or does it not matter the race of the character? But it doesn't matter. It just has no fundamentalness in the character. Okay, then why do you upset then? Oh, but right. It's like we're arguing literal brain rotted weirdos. It's like
now I know why you talk about this all the time, because this is like some of the only time you are literally perfectly coherent. You've been on a roll for like 30 minutes.
I can't do it. It's like when people
you have literally been the most coherent MSK for like the last 30 minutes. And it's
like in the Flash movie when people say, oh, but they didn't need to use Reverse Flash. I'm like, major heroes have their main villain in the first movie.
Villains.
They're like, give me examples. I'll give you an example. 1978 Superman, Lex Luthor, Batman's first movie, Joker, Green Goblin, Spider-Man, Captain America First Avenger. You had Red Skull. That's 4 right there. I could keep Lex Luthor recently in this Superman movie. His first villain.
It's you definitely want to use your
main villain to establish that it's
that because the good thing about using that villain first is that when you make more movies you can go back to it and they already have that established history and then you can go move on from there. That's how it works.
Some see this as Hollywood avoiding risk. Yes, the risk.
Oh my God.
The risk of avoiding using a man to play a biological female. The risk of that. Dude. Yeah, that's how our conversations about movies has devolved. That we have to call it a risk.
Apparently,
it's a risk.
When you want to cast a female for a female part, you're avoiding taking risks. No shit, you stupid dummies. Like what?
That's why opening up this Pandora's box leads to this bullshit. Like if you casted
Dude, you just said Pandora's box and you said it. Who is this person that I'm talking to right now?
It would be like if you casted, because she's dead, rest her soul. If you casted Betty White when she was alive to play Captain America, would that be okay with you guys? Would that be okay? Because
it was like
all that matters is the actor. All that matters is the right actor.
If now I want to see the Betty White Captain America movie.
Can you imagine imagine Betty White, Captain America, and she doesn't play a female version like Peggy. She
No,
plays
it's a dude
she
with
plays
Betty
Steve
White's face
Rogers.
and a crew cut.
Imagine casting Jamie Lee Curtis's son to play Captain America. Would you guys be okay with that?
Lord.
Listen, man, the right actor, bro.
Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter can play the melted ice cream in the Wonder Woman movie. It looks the same as the other ice cream. You'll never know the difference.
Oh shit. While others point out the rumor's artificial origins as reason enough for dismissal, commentary has highlighted how the false narrative fueled unnecessary division. And it did. I agree with that.
Okay, but think about that sentence, right?
Yeah.
Commentary has highlighted how the false narrative
Mhm.
fueled unnecessary division. Do you realize what a word salad that is? Just by saying like, hey, this rumor, it basically started dividing you guys. Like,
yeah, that's all they have to say. They don't have to say all of this. It just says the commentary highlighted was unnecessary because it led to this. Yeah. With initial opposition
such a
to
word
Schaefer,
salad, bro.
With initial opposition to Schaefer giving away to complaints about exclusion once the rumor proved unfounded.
Yeah,
articles
so
have described.
There you go. That's a problem because then now, if you are a insider, right, for any movie coming up, you could literally just say they didn't cast a trans person that went out for it, right? And as soon as you do that, even if it's proved to be not
false,
a real thing,
Mm-hmm.
oh, now you're excluding people. You should have at least brought in 3 trans actors or actresses to try for that part. Like, it's, dude, you can't win. You cannot win, even when something is not real. Right?
Yeah, it's literally not real. It was never going to happen in any universe.
That is the best argument for how they act because it isn't
they
real.
can argue it's discriminatory not to hire.
But it's also not real, so it fits in with their narrative of everything else that's not real about them.
Well, of course, they think they're the opposite gender. They're not even acting real in their real life. Sorry, just dropping a mic drop moment there. Also, wait. Back in the day, back in the day. Back in the day when I was younger, do you remember this happening? I don't know if you were homeless at this moment in your life. Remember? Do you remember when Scarlett Johansson was tapped to play like a Looney Tune in a movie, and they said she couldn't, and it got major backlash?
Yes.
What?
Read the next thing, please.
Articles have described the situation.
Not that. Sorry, the thing below. Yes. Read that, please.
On X, the response has included hashtags like "Not My Zelda" with users venting.
God. Good God, not my Zelda. My 8 bits were dicks.
My Zelda doesn't have a cock and balls. Yeah, good grief.
God damn it. Hashtag not
my Zelda for a rumor that was never gonna happen. And
it's not your Zelda. It belongs to Nintendo.
It's also not your Zelda because we like our Zelda to be born female. I like
my
Zelda.
That comment says. Look at the profile picture and the freaking stick of gum they have for a flag.
Flat. Below are specific examples from activists and fans expressing frustration. At Ophium Songbird, still no Hunter Schaefer Zelda is unfortunate. Unfortunate for who?
Still no Hunter Schaefer Zelda is unfortunate.
Cam P, why isn't Hunter Schaefer Zelda literally? Don't piss me off, Nintendo. Oh, yeah, Nintendo cares about Cam P with how many followers? Let's see. How many followers this motherfucker got? 14. All right. Definitely care about your opinion.
See how many the other person has.
Let's see. Probably has like 30 or something. Probably 300 maybe. Oh, about 300. Look at all that bio bullshit.
22-year-old lesbian writer, video editor, and voice actor. If you ask nicely, I minors DNI with suggested...
What?
Free Palestine, by the way.
She, her. That means you know it's a fucking dude.
Oh
That's a
God,
dude. This person just is.
I will avenge you.
This person looks fine to play Zelda too. If she just had blonder hair, which they'll probably dye her anyway.
Well, you do know they have a makeup department.
Right.
And it'll be fine.
But makeup won't help Hunter Schaefer not look less of a man. But sorry, the mic drops here too.
Whatever.
In addition to these, numerous other posts on X express even stronger backlash, often laced with profanity.
They put the link in even stronger backlash.
Often laced with profanity and other inappropriate language, which we won't repeat here. I'm not. They probably said the hard N-word in that shit.
hard time talking. This is fucking so stupid.
All over, come on, all over something that was
a
never gonna happen.
fake-ass movie.
In conclusion, despite the online speculation, which turned out to be manufactured by a PR firm, Hunter Schafer will not be appearing in the Legend of Zelda film. Oh God!
All of this just to tell you that the rumor that we already said was not real. They will not be appearing in this film that they didn't audition for. That never happened.
Oh God! Oh God! My heart hurts. My stomach hurts. I'm laughed. My actual mouth hurts. I've laughed so hard at this.
Think of this, dude. They wrote an article on something that never even happened. There's a controversy about something that never took place.
That one person up here almost lost it when I read this shit. This person said, "I'll avenge you," like you're fucking.
I'll avenge you for the thing that you never did.
The thing that was never gonna happen at all. You're gonna avenge what? What are you?
It's not gonna happen. It never happened.
What avenging are you doing, Mr. Looney Tune?
They didn't even try out for the movie. They didn't even. It was never a thing.
Oh God! Getting worked up in unverified hype and debunked narratives only breeds malice and distracts from the actual project, benefiting no one in the end. As the movie heads into production, it reminds fans to verify sources before fueling divisions over what was never real in the first place.
But remember, they will not be appearing in this movie. Dude, what the fuck did we just read?
I love these articles. They're so based. They're so based. I love this shit. Holy mother of God.
We wrote like 11 different paragraphs just to say it never happened.
Oh, wait. There's more. Wait, guys. The Nintendo Reddit, they're on police duty. Basically, they said Nintendo Reddit stands against troonphobia of all forms. If you post a loony-phobic comment, you'll get banned. Period. Whatever will I do without going on Reddit? Nintendo, whatever will I do for the? I know I must sacrifice my life expectancy to go on the Nintendo subreddit to interact with troons. Yeah,
I know the Nintendo subreddit is my daily affirmation of my morality. Like Jesus Christ!
I go there to preach Bible verses to Looney Tunes.
Oh my God, dude!
And God had said, "Don't be a troon." In verse,
He said, "By the afternoon there will be no troons. I am the Lord your God."
There is no chance to appeal any bans for troon-phobic, homophobic, ableist. So what? Or racist comments.
It's ableist. It's like if you are like in a wheelchair.
If you upvote a comment, is that considered ableist?
Dude, listen. Who knows?
Who knows?
Like you can't. Dude, you can't take freedom of speech away from somebody. You cannot do that. Like, at least if you live in America, like that is fundamentally against the law. Like, you might not agree with what I'm saying. Just like I've always said, I don't agree with them, but they have the right to say what they want to say. Mm-hmm. But they also have to realize that there are going to be people out there that give zero shits about what they're talking about. And that is okay as well. But to have all of this over something, not even that like wasn't going to happen, something that never happened.
Never was even a thought in any dimension.
They didn't even read for the part. It never happened.
They never even had a part where they were screened or called.
Yeah.
It was just
like,
what is wrong with people?
And then they're like, well, it should have happened then. Not my Zelda.
Yeah, you're right.
Not my
Zelda. Not my Zelda. My Zelda's a woman. Yeah,
right. Exactly.
Yeah, biological female. I agree. Yeah, that's not my Zelda. Yeah, that dude with a cock and balls. That's not my Zelda. That's these people are so disgustingly weird. That's their fantasy of these characters. They see sex in all characters. Like whenever two dudes would have a friendship in movies, where people say they're gay.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was always like they want them to be gay or like there's some sort of gay tension between them. Yeah, I don't get it.
But we'll get your final thoughts and opinions on the live action Zelda controversy.
I just that article in itself, like that article owned itself like 10 times.
Right.
Like, and then the last thing was just basically like, why get worked up for something that was never real in the first place? Like, dude, you just went off on this whole thing about how all these people are mad about something, and then you just basically told them to like not worry because it never was real. So like, why are we purporting it? Why are we talking about it if it would never happen? Like, imagine like you're sitting at home, right? And you're like, you scroll through and say you went out, you wanted to, like, you heard about this movie. And then all of a sudden they're like, dude, MSK's not in the new Boys in the Hood movie. This is ridiculous. And you're like, you're looking at it and you went, I never even read for the part. Wouldn't you at least come online and just be like, hey, this never no, because their PR firm went on and did this. Like that's messed up.
Yeah.
Like that's
it's also
messed
very possible
up.
that the person that's involved had no prior say or know what was happening. It's very possible that was his thing.
Yeah, but once you hear about it, you should have came out and said something. But the fact that they said it was found out that their PR firm is the one that did it.
Right.
So they had to have known.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I will say this: if anyone thought that Nintendo was going to cast a Looney Tune to play Zelda,
it would never happen.
I don't even know if calling you retarded would be sufficient, like suffice enough. I think you would need to literally rewrite your brain structure.
I just think you need to take some people need to put their devices down for a little bit.
Like if we're just going off the Switch 2 controversy about how you guys know how they're strict about their stuff, you would think that this would happen? Then at that point, I would sell you that I'm having sex with women right now. I guess we just say any doggone thing in our life then. Yep. I'm having sex with girls and I buy Skittles. One of those is true.
He's just banging chicks, popping Skittles.
What's that freaking thing? There's two lies and a truth. Yeah, so I bang women, I eat Skittles, and I go to the gym. There's two lies in there.
Yeah, so you eat Skittles.
You guys, I can't stand people. And then there was another thread that literally said, "Oh, it's all MAGA related. It's MAGA's the reason why it's in half." And I was like, okay, I'm not even gonna scroll through comments of this. I need to just exit the room.
Just right? Unreal, dude. Unreal. MAGA's got its own problems. MAGA has so many problems right now.
Imagine blaming Trump because Hunter Schafer didn't get cast as Zelda.
Could you imagine? They wanted a man to play Zelda. It would have been the worst Zelda ever. We don't like that. We only want winners.
Ask Bill Clinton to do it.
Yeah. Asked good old Slick Willie to do it.
So, good Lord. This probably was one of the funniest entertaining topics ever do.
Wow.
I will just say this. You guys are retards. Stop being obsessed with sex. There's only two genders. Preferred pronouns are cringe. And you seriously need to accept yourself for who you are. Just because you pretend to be something doesn't mean you are. Like when I was a kid, I thought I was Batman. And then when someone actually hit me, I realized, damn.
You were like, no, you're a black man. And you looked at him like, what?
What? I was like genuinely confused. I thought I was white. But like I'm pretty sure we all had the towels over our necks playing Superman. Yeah, we all did it. But our mom told us, hey, stop playing. Go do your homework.
Dude, I used to take pencils and put them in between my fingers, and I was Wolverine. Doesn't mean I am Wolverine.
Yeah, you were. Come on, but that's like that thing that Dean Cain said. I know people don't like him right now, but he said that thing where, this lady was like, yeah, you were casted to play Superman. Yeah, he was like, I was pretending to be Superman. I wasn't actually Superman. You guys get that? You guys are pretending to be the opposite thing. You're not actually that thing, because last I checked, women have periods, they have uteruses, they can give birth, and they have estrogen. So if you have none of those things I just mentioned, that doesn't mean you're a man or a woman. So just saying, that's biological facts.
I look at it like this. I just don't. Why is it that you think you're a woman if the only constructs in front of you were man and woman, right? Why don't you think you're a dog? You only relate to the things that you see. If there were no women in the world and they were like, say we were productive, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
a reproductive, why wouldn't you think you're a giraffe or a what? Like what inside of you tells you? How do you know that that's what you are? Other than if you're already so confused that you don't know, you don't feel like being what you are. How do you know that is the thing that you are? Because
Yeah.
you see it and you relate to it.
They
That's
don't even know
why.
what descriptors are, dude. Like
No,
when you
well,
ask
that's
them to
what I mean.
describe a
That's
woman,
what I'm saying.
yeah. So
Yeah,
when
they
they
start talking about, well, it's the social construct.
or
Blah,
they
blah,
say this
blah, blah,
the
blah, blah.
aspects of womanhood, but then they describe aspects of womanhood's like feminine behavior. Yeah, look, let's understand how descriptors work. A descriptor works like if I asked you what a woman was, you could tell me, well, they usually have softer voices, they have all these other things. Yeah, because we're using a descriptor to describe what it is. You said your cell phone. Your cell phone is an Apple 10. How would you describe that?
Yeah,
Well, it has these features that's
because
describing it.
it is an Apple.
10. Yeah,
They-
it's an Apple, whatever, 15, 16. I don't know what fucking number
Yeah,
they're on now these days.
yeah.
But
They
so
just send me it in the mail every year. So
if we don't have descriptors for what things are, then how are you able to really accurately describe what things like police interrogations? When you say I was attacked by a black man or an African American man, well, you're describing your attacker as a
yeah, well,
black
listen, when you
man.
show up in a ditch, they're not gonna write woman on there. You're gonna be a John Doe.
Your name's gonna be Bruce, just like Supergirl is being written by Bruce Falcorn, Tim, whatever his fucking name is. But yeah. Thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and we're going to sign out, guys. See you guys later. Goodbye. Peace. We'll stay for a little, like about 5 minutes because I'm going to have to get some stuff done. I got to go take a shower and get ready for work in the morning.
You're fine.
But I gotta get up. I have to go to work at 9 or something like that, so it's not that bad. Let me message my neighbor a little bit right now. So what else you got planned coming up, man? Are you feeling better from the accident you had?
The accident.
You're back. Is it feeling a little bit better
now?
Oh,
it's been better since I've been doing physical therapy for the last few weeks.
Oh, that's good. That's awesome. Your tits are huge.
Okay. So yeah, I'm finishing up the last. I made 5 videos because I wanted to have a bunch of videos set up so I can release them and work on other stuff. I didn't want to start the channel back and then have nothing. Like here's one and then 4 weeks later here's another. I'd rather just wait a little while, do some live streams, and then put the videos out. And my buddy, I'm going to be asking him to make me a new segment music for something. So I know one of the cool things, if you go to my X-Men videos, if you go to the Beware the Blob video, he did on his guitar, he did an X-Men theme for me that has that riff in it. So it's really cool, man. It's actually really cool. And it's on the Blob video that's up there now. And I dig it a lot. Like all the things I have for like Bat Bits, all that stuff, all that music is done by my friend Kevin Broderick. And I like it a lot. I think it adds to the awesomeness.
Oh, goodness gracious. There's so much that has come out from Comic-Con. I can't wait to go over all of that. There's absolute stuff. They announced a lot of more DC's finest collections. They announced a lot of compact comic books. They announced one that is very soon and recent today. And I was like, I'm not mad it got announced. It's more like you should kind of use this line to reprint older stuff that's harder to get right now before releasing.
Have you seen the magazine editions? Have you seen those yet?
I don't think so.
So I don't know if that's what they're called, but they're like, I saw one for Superman Year One, the Frank Miller one. They're like this. They're huge, dude, and they're cheap. I don't know if that's what it's called. That's what I called it, but it was a way larger edition than even like a trade or an Omni. The pages were freaking gigantic.
I've never seen.
I'm gonna pick it up. Oh, one cool thing. Guess what? I went back to the gas station that I go to that has the comics.
Yeah.
They had all new comics. And I said, did you take he said, no, they sold all of them.
That's I love hearing that. That's amazing.
So
I
they
love that
put new
shit.
ones in, and they had new ones on the left, and then on the right they had like legacy ones. They actually had the first Hush in single issues, not Hush 2, the
The one
original
where it's
Hush.
Batman making this pose, right?
Yeah,
The one,
they had the
yeah.
original Hushes, like
Mhm.
they had 1 through 3, and then they had the Batman Fortress, and they had Superman Unchained.
The
So I
one with
thought that
Jim
was
Lee and
kind of
Scott
cool.
Snyder?
What
The Jim Lee, Scott Snyder, Superman Unchained? Wow, that's fucking
Yeah, they had
crazy.
like good stuff there. I was surprised. So I picked up a bunch of them because they say $3.99 on the cover, but they're actually $1.99 when you go up there to pay for them.
So I know we'll talk about this stuff at some point later. So how you at? I told you I was bookmarking all these announcements. Not These aren't Comic-Con ones. These got added to like catalogs. So this is a lot of stuff coming up. Shade, the Changing Man by Peter Milligan and Chris Bachalo, Omnibus Volume 2. Catwoman, the New 52 Omnibus Volume 1.
Okay.
Boobs. John Constantine. Is it Constantine or Constantine?
Constantine.
It's Constantine. Okay, I made sure. John Constantine, Hellblazer by Paul Jenkins and Sean Phillips Omnibus. The Flash, The Road to Rebirth Omnibus. This is not the one with EVS, is it?
So Road to Rebirth, that's crazy. Is that like not in his actual Flash run?
I don't. Yeah,
so,
I don't know, honestly.
No, that had to be before, so that might be going into what it would be John's
after Volume
going
3, right?
Going into is it Road to Rebirth as in like
not the Initiative Rebirth, it's like the one where it was Green Lantern, Flash
to
Rebirth,
Mark Waid Rebirth.
Batman Universe Deluxe Edition.
Dude, Batman Universe, there's a couple of good ones. There's one that's why I was so surprised that Bendis didn't do Batman, because there's a Batman Universe trade. It was sold at Walmart. It was just a whatever book, but it was a fun little Batman book, and it was actually pretty good, man. And no, that is it right there. That's it. That is the book.
I think I have that. I think I bought a single hardcover for it at some point.
It's where is it? Now I have it here. Right here. I have the first right here. It's right here. I have this. The Batman Universe.
I have that one. Yeah, I have that one. I bought that. Because I remember, freaking Brian Michael Bendis is very hit or miss with people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was weird that he went to do Superman instead of that. So
Bendis
hey, what's up,
coming.
Michael?
We'll never forget. So, Mike, how you doing, man?
Coming.
Tom Strong, Compendium 2. I know a lot of people don't like it that compendiums are coming out more. I don't mind it. As long as we get more collected editions, I'm fine with it. I understand its omnibuses are more preferred, but I'm fine with
compendiums. Dude, isn't it funny that it says like Tom Strong Compendium 2, right? And then it says author Peter Hogan, illustrated by Chris Sprouse, but then underneath it's actually Alan Moore. What?
DC and continuity problems even extend just in printing. DC's finest Green Arrow, the trial of Oliver Queen. Okay. Green Arrow, the Golden Age Omnibus Volume 1.
I will be buying that.
The Joker, the Bronze Age Omnibus.
That's like that's already out. It's right here. I have it.
Yeah, I know this came out a while ago.
Yeah, then it's just
they've been doing this a lot. They've been printing the same shit.
Oh, and dude, that's ridiculous that it's that much. If it's not more pages, dude, you know how much I bought that thing for?
It says 832. Unless what is yours?
Let's see. Looks exactly the same. And it says the Bronze Age Omnibus on it.
That's crazy.
Why can't I get this out of here? Okay, here we go.
Let me download that.
This is it right here. See? It's the same book.
What in the world is wrong?
And
I think they reprinted so much good shit, they genuinely forgot when they reprinted something.
How many pages did they say
it was? 832. They always do that bullshit now. Like it has extra content. Bro. That's the selling point. It has extra content.
This is 832 pages. I'm not joking.
Jesus Christ, DC.
Yeah. And guess what? You want to know the funny part? This is printed on the old paper, and guess what? I got this for $29 brand new.
What? $29? Oh my god.
Yep.
Holy motherfuck.
Yep.
$29 for that.
$29.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and this
Next
is it.
one
It says,
is
Bronze Age Omnibus.
DC's Finest Western one. Okay. Swamp Thing by Rick Vedich, Book 3, Time Upon a Once. What a name for a book. Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 2, 2026 edition. Batman, The Golden Age Omnibus Volume 3, new edition. DC's Finest, The Justice League Star of the Conqueror. Yes, this is the one that I'm looking forward to getting because people don't know. This is the Justice League's first appearance, and their first ever villain was Starro. This is the Justice League Finest. This is the DC's Finest collection I'm looking forward to getting the most, along with a Batman one. Oh, I can't wait to have this one. This one comes out next year. I can't wait to get this one. Batman Gargoyle of God. People don't know. They released this book. It was 4 issues. The first 2 came out on time. The later 2 issues came out
Forever.
I don't know what happened.
Yep.
They even released a cool little animation for it on our channel. They just, what the hell happened to this book? Legion of Superheroes 5 years later, Omnibus Volume 2, new edition. DC's Finest, The Flash, The Fastest Man Dead, DC's Finest.
Nice.
Animal Man by Tom Veitch and Steve Dillon compendium.
Okay.
Booster Gold, the complete 2007 series, book 3.
James
DeMatteis. Robin, the Bronze Age Omnibus new edition.
I will be getting that.
DC's Finest, Batman, A Death in the Family. You knew this was coming. Everyone knew this was coming.
Well, what's weird is like the actual trade is actually like there's a lot more in that. That's 648 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually a good price for that, actually.
Let me see if there's any other. I think there was a few more. I bookmarked everything, guys. I'm a bookmarking genius. Oh, you might like. Oh my goodness, jeez. Here we go. The Flash by Mark Waid, Omnibus Volume 3.
Nice.
That's coming out. That's nice. The Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, DC Compact Comics Edition. Most of these famous Batman stories are coming to DC Compact Comics, guys. These are coming quick. Batman White Knight, DC Compact Comics Edition by Sean Murphy. Batman and Robin Volume 2. Okay, those are cool. Good lord. DC's cool. Reprinting a lot of good stuff this year coming up.
That's good stuff. But those compendiums and compacts are cool, man. And the Finest line. I like the Finest line a lot.
So, yeah, very good. Yeah. Batman by James Tynion the 4th. Omnibus Volume 2. He had Volume 1 come out a while ago, so this is the second one of that. Earth 2, the New 52 Omnibus Volume. We're getting a lot of New 52 omnibuses recently.
I'm fine with that. I don't hate the New 52 as much as other people do.
Batman Beyond Unlimited Compendium. Okay. Batman and Robin by Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason.
Fantastic.
I have these two. I have the first 2 books. I can't wait.
Fantastic.
To get this one. Yeah. And that's pretty much it for all the announcements, unless you want to get the Batman by Tom King omnibus.
Oh, no, yeah. I want to go to bed.
Yes. So, anything else to say before we head out?
Don't buy me that. Or the Dark Crisis or Night Terrors.
Night Terrors omnibus, and you need Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths omnibus whenever it's announced.
Please, I can't cover Dark Crisis anymore. I did so much of it.
But yeah, man. I don't know if you're free tomorrow, but if you are, just let me know.
I'll let you know.
Yep. I have no other announcements, guys. I'll be streaming tomorrow. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK show, and we'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend, everybody.